Popcorn?
Butter?
Nachos?
Cheese?
Root beer red licorice straw?
Right here.
Seep? Seep?
What?
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Can I ask you?
Oh, yeah. You're so inquisitive, Ryan. What do you want to ask me?
Well, I
sit up on my lap, Ryan. I'm really big now.
Okay, I'm gonna
I use my stretchy powers to get really big. Sit on my lap here, Ryan. What do you want?
I'm climbing up Big Seep's like huge knee. Big Seep, big old Seep. Can I ask you a question,
Yes.
buddy?
Yes.
It's about it's something I've been wondering for a bit now.
Okay, lay it on me.
What time is it?
It's start venture time. Oh,
That was just terrible.
What was that?
It's start venture time.
It's the Start Venture Cast. Welcome to the Start Venture Cast, everybody. This is Ready to Start the Podcast. It's a podcast where we normally talk about topical cartoon news, but because we were just live like 5 days ago, not a lot of news is piled up. So we decided, why don't we make this our first ever themed podcast? We're going to be covering just one single topic, kind of going more in depth.
Yes.
What is today's topic for our first topical Startcast? Is what we're calling it, I guess. We don't really have a series name for it.
Yeah, I'm just lumbering. This is a normal Starcast episode because I don't care.
Right. It's just a specific category of episode. This is for the wiki divers.
So I thought it was a fitting first thing to do Adventure Time for a few reasons. Fiona and Cake is now 2 episodes into its second season, and we skipped talking about it last week because we kind of went overtime. And the other reason is I think this is kind of a favorite show of the Startcasters. Would you say so?
Definitely of me. What about you, Rosa? Oh yeah, she's nodding. She's a big fan.
She's definitely not at the grocery store right now trying to get back.
Yeah. But it's a hugely. I mean, we're all roughly at that age of like, we were there. We were there when the bombs dropped.
when the Ice King rang into the Jake Tower, that they went collapsing.
That was not a 9/11 reference. You made it about 9/11. And
no. The Ice King's about to hit me.
No. We were there when it was airing. So we kind of have. I don't know. I feel like there's a special connection you have with this show when you're of a certain age group, because a very interesting thing about it compared to a lot of its contemporaries, to me at least, what I always thought was special, was the way the way it treated its characters, the way they grew over time, specifically with Finn. I don't know. It was a really special thing to have like a protagonist that kind of aged along with me as I was watching. So it's very dear to my heart show for that reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Does Nintendo like it? I think.
Nintendo.
I do. Hello. Hi.
Oh my God. Who is that? Hi. How you doing, Nintendo? You're back. You're back here on Ready to Start the Podcast season 5.
Yeah, I sure am. I'm doing pretty good.
What did you talk about last time you were on here?
It was Smurfs. Smurfs 2025.
Smurfs. Oh my God. We talked about Smurfs 2025. Wait, hold on. We don't have it? Sorry. Where's the Rihanna trailer sound?
Do we not have it anymore?
No, it's in the other one. It's in the other room.
Uh-oh.
Does anyone have Discord Nitro? Oh, this is what we need Rosa for.
You're right. We did do that in a different server, so I guess we don't have that sound effect.
Yeah, when finally we need to call upon Rosa to play with toys, and she's refusing.
Yeah.
No review. I refuse.
I was gonna say I never know when to start talking or introduce myself. No.
Because
like the intros are so obtuse.
Hey,
you never know when the intro's over and the show has started.
Listen, Nick, you never know what's coming next on Johnny Test.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to say, Nintendo, I feel like Adventure Time is an important show to your channel. Like the big 4 of the Nintendo, like the Mount Rushmore of shows covered on the Nintendo YouTube channel.
The Mount Rushmore of Nintendo reviews. What is it? Give it to us, Ryan, right now.
What is it? Yeah, I'd like to know also.
It's Clone High, Fairly Odd Parents, Johnny Test, and Adventure Time. That's the Mount Rushmore of Nintendo.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I mean, accurate. In terms of like ones I go to, I think SpongeBob would also be there. But I guess, those are the ones I cover the most frequent in terms of like getting their own videos.
And like extensively, I'd say.
Extensive.
Like
That's true.
We're going to promo you right now. You recently went over, you reviewed every single Adventure Time comic that was released from, I don't even know what the span of years you covered was. It was like,
it's 2012 to 2019. Yeah.
Wow. That's more years than how old most of our viewers are. I'm kidding.
What the hell?
That's a low blow. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You loves me, people. He loves me. No, but you covered it all, which is like, that's dedicated. I bet. I wonder how many people have actually read all of them. Because it's not. I haven't read all of them. I stopped at some certain point, and it's. I don't know. It's a part of the show's legacy that isn't as like you don't get YouTube video essays about like Marceline Gone Adrift, really.
You should. There should be because it's a great book.
Yeah, I've heard.
There should be video essays on Princess Bubblegum's fish people boyfriend character from the
What do you think, Rosa? Do you think we should have that?
And I'm Rosa. Those transistors are so fucking funny. They make me want to boldly flee.
Sorry about ourselves. Who cares?
Sorry about Tails.
Yeah, so now that the gang's all here, we're gonna do our Adventure Time discussion. How exactly is this going to be structured, Ryan? Because I have no idea. I'm a little out of sorts. I was up till 4 a.m. at a party last night. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
I'm in my partying era. I passed. I'm beyond the age of 25, and now I'm starting to live like a 21-year-old. I'm catching up. Well, because of the coronavirus, I didn't get a chance to. I was gonna say like a bad word. I didn't get a chance to,
act
out. Yeah.
Well,
so now I'm like, my glory. Enough about me though.
I kind of did like a little sorted order thing. I wrote down like I maybe should have distributed it a bit before, but we kind of talked about it already. It's kind of like I think the things I want to talk about is I think first kind of like the experience watching the show as it was airing, because I think
for all you nephews out there.
Yeah. The unks are in charge on this episode.
Yeah. Quiet nephews. The 25 to 30-year-old unks are talking. Yeah. So we're going to talk about what it was like when it was airing.
Yeah, because I was there for like, I kind of was at least there and aware of what was going on. This entire show was airing, like, I think starting around season 2. I don't think I was watching Cartoon Network much when season 1 happened, which makes sense because that was after CN Real, and that's when a lot of people weren't watching. Adventure Time was not ironically, it was very much the thing that I think brought a lot of people back into the network after leaving it, because nobody was watching. Give cartoons and real people a try. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I was watching the show from season 2 to the very end. I remember so much about the show. I think off the bat, one of the things I remember the most about the show, and I think I've talked about this before. This was maybe the first show I can very distinctly remember, like, following the people who made it online, if that makes sense. Like they had like websites, like I don't know what they were called. I think a lot of these websites are gone now, but like these kind of like they would like answer questions and like they would doodle things on there. And I remember like reading those for hours back in the day, and that was kind of a unique experience I had with the show that is kind of more commonplace now, but this was kind of the first cartoon I can really remember engaging with that.
Well, it was more commonplace.
It was. Maybe not anymore. People have kind of stepped back after a bit.
Yeah. Very reason, and for a very reasonable reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it was the fun early era of that. I was very deep into the Adventure Time wiki. I have just a lot of like obscure it's kind of annoying though, because a lot of that stuff, because it was on these websites that have gone defunct,
Yes,
is
yes.
not really well preserved. So there's a lot of like, I feel like there's a lot of like lore within, I guess, Adventure Time fan culture that people remember seeing and hearing and passing down legends about.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to track the sources of. I know, Nick, you've tried to like ask me about, like, you've had like quotes and stuff in your brain, and even that asking me like, do you know where this is from? And I've been kind of like, I don't know.
There's several things. And here's the thing. I wasn't too into what is it, like Ask.fm and the Spring, whatever that question answer site that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Ryan. I didn't like frequent those. I was definitely more of a wiki person. I think like 2012 was when I was like, oh my God, there's people cataloging the storyboards for Hug Wolf and whatever.
Right.
That was like the first episode where I'm like, oh, I got to see what's on the wiki now that the episode's aired.
Right.
But yeah, just a handful of things. It's been about like, oh, what was the episode where, what was the commentary track or whatever, where Penn Ward was like, after beginning of season 5, they wanted to do more interdimensional travel when the Lich showed up. Or what was the thing I was asking you about, which was Penn Ward saying something about like Finn and Jake shouldn't fight, or his preference to not have them fight.
Right.
Which could have just been like me misremembering something from like the art book or whatever. This is like kind of a bit of a call to action, because I genuinely want to find what I'm trying to remember.
I definitely, I don't know if where he said this. I definitely remember him talking about like around that time a lot of cartoons about characters screaming at each other or something. He thought it was like annoying, and he wanted to make a cartoon where like the two main characters were actually friends or something. It was like part of the reason the show was made the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And whether you can find the code, I mean, it is evident in
yes,
the proof is in the pudding. It's very much that kind of show.
In the Mercury, in the 5 feet Mercury.
In the Mercury. Yeah, I remember. Oh, go ahead, Rosa.
I would just say,
yeah.
Really?
I kind of started with season 2. I mean, I remember when it was first coming out, because they did Cartoon Network made a big deal.
Yes,
about when the show was first premiering.
The very iconic ads with the little boy running on the big Jake, running around the town. Those are burned in my memories, and he's just running around, going up to people and screaming, "What time is it? What time is it? What time is it?"
Yeah. And I remember they did like an early preview. They basically just aired some season 1 episodes before the official premiere. I think it was Business Time and the Marceline episode. And I remember watching those. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I didn't really get too into it at first because I was a big watcher of Chowder and Flapjack at the time.
Yes.
And Penn Ward worked on Flapjack. And I don't think I knew that, but I sensed some of the similar DNA between Adventure Time and Flapjack, and I thought it was just going to be like derivative of Flapjack, basically. So I didn't pay it too much mind. The episode that actually got me really into the show, which I've probably said this before, it was the episode where Finn took off his hat and he showed his hair.
Yes.
Something about that was just very. That indicated something special. There was something special about this show to me, just because that felt like something most similar, like contemporaneous cartoons, wouldn't do. Like it kind of seemed like the thing was like, oh, Finn always wears his hat and you never get to see under it.
Mm-hmm.
I was still burned from Ed and Eddie. Yeah, where they.
Eddie would just call you a slur and then tell you
that didn't happen.
About
that didn't happen.
You're right. He'll just say something Canadian.
pull up the clip of Daddy and Chuchi like, we'll take off Novelty's hat in the picture. We'll do it in the picture.
Yeah, we'll do it in the picture. And he takes a big swig of his cigarette. And the whole thing burns in one swig, and then he like flicks it away. He billows a huge cloud of black smoke in the air. Yeah, we'll do it in the picture.
I like you guys are going in this heavy New York accent when he's definitely from like somewhere in Canada.
Yeah, he's like
not in New York.
I just said it 10 times.
He's
I just
lying
think he's
to us.
Canadian. What if he's like a New Yorker equivalent of like a Canadian?
What would that be? Any Canadians know like anything about Canadian regional, culture?
Toronto's
I have no idea.
I need to consult with my friend Naomi for that.
Okay. Yeah. What else are we talking about?
Yeah, no, there was the very early online experience I had with the show where it was kind of the first thing I can really remember. And I think that was part of the reason the show really stood out in my mind. It was the first thing I can remember going online, like seeing people who worked on the show talk about working on it. It was in that very early era of online. I think there's a kind of there's a lot of stuff I think they said and drew and posted online I think they wouldn't be allowed to do now. Very much so.
You think so?
I think one of the ones that stands out to me now, and this is kind of almost a funny thing to say because it's a very important part of the show. I think the history of these two characters, we can talk about this later. The history of these two characters has kind of gotten lost to the sands of time a little bit. I don't know how many people know this. So Princess Bubblegum and Marceline, like relationship wise, like that started because Natasha Allegria, who worked on the show, creator of Bean Puppy Cat, was just drawing shit and posted it online for the most part. That was like the thing that kind of kickstarted the interest in that. It's funny now with the outrage culture that exists now. That gets atoned to Rebecca Sugar a lot, which is just kind of funny. But no, it was Natasha, and it's interesting.
Natasha having her Himiyoshi moments.
Well, it's interesting because I think you wouldn't be allowed to do that now. Because I've seen a few instances where like people who work on the show will like ship characters who work on the show like they're on. They're not allowed to really post it too much. I remember one of the instances I remember recently is one of the people who worked on DuckTales like very clearly shipped Della and the alien character Penumbra, I think her name was.
Yes, we all do.
And like when the show ended,
Penumbra Phantasm.
When the show ended, that person's like, okay, I can post all the art I've drawn them like romantically now because the show's over and I'm allowed to do it. I've drawn this throughout the show, and I think it's interesting. I don't know if they'd be allowed to like post that now, and that was something that was going to affect the show.
I guess social media is like so central now. Yes. You can't just like throw stuff out there. It's very much like your online presence is part of your employment now.
I'm sorry. Also, I'm pulling up I have Google Images open. I forgot. Natasha Allegria drew Fiona for a 4chan thread, which I think really speaks to like the show a little bit.
Yeah. It was just like Fiona and Cake was just like true fan art.
Yes,
pretty much. Oh. Yeah, what was I? Sorry, I'm all twisted up today.
Yeah,
what the hell?
You can never have that same thing again, because then you won't get funny stories like that time when this was back in the Archie Sonic story days, and someone drew like Nicole X Sally Acorn fan art, and then of course there's someone who was going around being homophobic about Sonic characters. And it's like, what the hell is this?
And his name was Dr. Robotnik.
I think, Rosie, you're like the queen of cutaway gags. I like to imagine now, like a cutaway happening. He's like, it's just like the time. But no, we actually have an entire like bubbling history podcast on this channel.
We do. We did one, you and me.
Be relevant. Yes, you and me, Ryan. That would be relevant if you're sort of interested in some of that history.
I find the relationship interesting for a few reasons, because obviously it's characters I like in a cartoon, but also like this was kind of, I would say, the first big like queer relationship in a cartoon, like a really really popular one. I would say like I won't say it's the first, because that's not true, but it's like the first one I can remember like really, really super mattering to people, and like it seemed like something that could actually happen. It also kind of speaks to like the energy of like I think it kind of exists with the show. Like it was very like the people on the show were like drawing stuff for fun kind of thing. I think it's interesting.
Right. It wasn't like a like a what do you call them? A crack ship or
no, yeah.
Or when people ship like Spock and Kirk, where it's like, I mean, obviously that wouldn't happen.
Like lots of them are gonna happen.
Right.
Only if you're a coward and a bitch baby.
Oh man,
I agree with you that the ship was grounded in like the characters having a history together and having an interesting dynamic on the show. But it is really interesting how if you like go through a lot of the episodes, it's not until like I don't know seasons. There's like the
6 or 5.
episode. Yeah, it's like 5, and then I would say later, right before Stakes, the Varmints episode. That's like the first indication that they're moving towards having them together.
Yeah, they it's kind of funny.
Indication.
They did remember you in season 3, and that was kind of one of the big things originally. And then I think like you said, people forget this. I think there was like a 3-season gap before they like kind of touched that relationship again in season 6 around that time.
Yeah. I remember early on when they had the web show Mathematical, they did one where they talked about the, and then they had to like delete the episode because like, oh, we're not allowed to talk about them.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to talk about those brutes yet.
To describe what Rose is talking about, this is very much also a thing of the time. Frederator Studios, your favorite YouTube channel, 106 facts about Hey Arnold you might not know. Arnold has a football shaped head. Gerald has like the number 03 on his t-shirt. Great facts in Frederator Studio. We love them. They uploaded a video back in the day that was like talking about what was missing in the episode, and they kind of joked like, "Oh, were Marceline and Bubblegum a thing in the past?" And they had to take that video down because they got in trouble for it.
I've always wondered, was this a recap series that they were doing? Because that's kind of, I've seen the video, people have reposted it because it's on the Wikipedia page. It's historically important to the Bubbling lore. But
yes.
I never watched this when it was coming out. I didn't know this was a thing until years after, but I've never been able to find the other episodes that I assume were produced.
Yeah, I
nobody cares about him.
Yeah, no one cares. Only the gay one.
I kind of went into desperation the moment YouTube changed their monetization policies.
But
that happens every month.
Yes.
Yeah.
But beyond like this kind of thing, in talking about like kind of the art posts online, I think kind of spinning off from that, I think this kind of discussion about the art that was being posted online, like kind of the culture and the people working on the show online, I think also was an interesting facet of the show. Ben Ward kind of hired a lot of like comic people for the show, which was like kind of an interesting element of it.
Like indie creators.
And that's something that's kind of persisted to this day with the show, I would say. Is they kind of tend to go for these kind of indie comic artist type people. And I kind of crossed over the show a bit. I would say the show has a very comic booky look all the times. Like, I don't know what it's called. Like, when characters get shocked in a comic book, so they'll draw like those 3 lines next to them.
Right.
And they do that in the show a lot.
How many cartoons do that? Because I do that all the time now. And it's probably because of Adventure Time.
I always think about Mission Hill as a big one. To have a lot of those kind of like reaction stuff. And when the characters are smoking, it'll be like a dotted line instead of like a solid trail. But I'm sure there's others before that. It's just like that's the big one in terms of bringing a lot of comic book elements onto the screen.
It's the Mount Rushmore of Sorry. There's too many of these Mount Rushmore images.
What?
Way too many.
It's the I like the one, sorry, that says Finn, Rick, and like Stan. They couldn't think of a fourth.
That was
what even is the category on that?
I think it was like I think it was 2010's cartoons was what it was.
Uh-huh.
I like the one that's Jake, Francine, Courage, and Perry the Platypus because I have no idea how any of those characters are related.
They're the big four.
The big four.
Yeah.
Are we calling
Yeah.
Francine Stan's pet in American Dad? Is that what
Whoa.
we're going for?
Whoa! Hey, whoa!
Now, no. Francine would be the one like making Set into a pet.
That is true, though. That would be an episode of American Dad, which is stands
Because Stan would feel completely like, but my role as a man in the house, I can't be put down like this. But I love it so much.
It's been
This
interesting to get back on topic.
Yes.
For the love of God. I think one thing that's been interesting to observe over the years is I think how the public reputation of the show has been kind of viewed over time. Because that was something that shifted a lot. Like, I think now that the show is ended, people have a very like retrospective look of it, and a lot of people are going back and they're just watching the entire thing without the context of when it was airing or like the scheduling of it all. I feel like people have a very like fond, holistic view of the show.
I think that's kind of common for cartoons in general. I think people don't know this. I think I have a memory of this. People hated Phineas and Ferb for a bit online. I remember like rewatching a podcast like another time was ending. The people on the podcast were like, "Thank God this shit is finally ending. I'm tired of it," which is funny because that show's like universally beloved now. But no, you're right. There was a kind of a period. I think, like I would say like a bit before the like final era, like the final stretch of the show, like after the middle, I would say in particular is like when I think hatred for the show kind of like stemmed a bit. I think around the time Steven Universe started.
Right. Because this might also be crazy to hear. Steven Universe was like pretty. I feel like it was pretty acclaimed.
Yes.
When it came, like there was no. I mean, it's still acclaimed, but online dissenters would have you believe that it was like a garbage show that ruined animation or whatever they're saying.
And we're not denying that.
We're not here to deny that. We're just here to present the fact. But no, but when it was airing, it was kind of like, I don't know. People were like kind of ready to move on from Adventure Time. Like a lot of people did move on from Adventure Time, just because. I don't know. I feel like Steven Universe kind of kept up a lot of the Rebecca Sugar momentum that was built up during kind of that era of Adventure Time, and like people who are really into like the songs and the big emotional moments. Definitely got a lot more of that right off the bat from Steven Universe.
Yes.
While Adventure Time's always been like it has those moments, but it's always been more dedicated to I think. Just wacky, just doing weird ideas all the time.
I think one of the things about the show that I think kind of got confused, people got a little confused with by the end, and maybe a bit to this day, I think there's still discourse about this. Adventure Time, I think it's lumped as a story-based show a lot. I don't know if I would call it one. It has like ongoing concepts, I would say, but like there's not like an obvious end goal for the show at any given point.
There's not really an arc. There's not like a story arc. There's not really a main villain. There's recurring villains. Like you could say the Lich is kind of like he's the biggest threat that sort of appears throughout the show, but it's not like, you know, the whole show is about we have to stop the Lich. We have to do one specific
thing. Like
very much
there's no end goal villain or whatever.
Yeah, it's
just
it's a show where you're kind of watching this world develop, and even like the people making it sort of figuring out what ideas they like and things they like to explore, and just getting to evolve what kind of show it is to some degree, even though it has to stay to some extent to its, you know, its mission statement. Over time, it definitely they were able to get more experimental.
It's a little funny kind of talking about that public perception thing. At the time, the common complaint for the show, I think, is that it wasn't focusing enough on its story. Was like I remember being a complaint, and now the complaint was that later on the show they were focusing on the story too much. It's like when I see people say,
there's not enough booger flicking and like mallet whacking.
Where's
just wanted to be mad?
Yeah. Why are we getting? We need to be getting episodes where I mean we're gonna talk about this, with Fiona and Cake, but we need to be getting episodes where I mean Finn is sick at Fiona and Cake. Why aren't they shrinking down and going inside his body to fix it, save him from dying?
Where's the episode? Where's the episode where Finn and Grace
Where's Finn's booger?
Take Huntress Wizard it takes Huntress Wizard and Flame Princess to the prom.
Oh my god.
We need Jake to fart on this curse right now.
He was farting till the very end. He farts in the last episode. He was one of the truest cartoon farters the whole way through.
Jake is a true farter. You're not a real fan if you don't respect Jake's farts.
Yeah. Jake farter monkey.
No,
Jake's farter monkey. No,
it's a little interesting because that kind of like lack of like focusing the story was a complaint at the time, and then now it's like now they weren't focusing they were focusing the story too much. I actually think some of the stuff the show was critiqued for back in the day, and I think that's a fair thing not to vibe with it. I kind of think it's a strength of the show now that it was able to kind of do whatever it wanted. Really, I've talked about this plenty in other places. A lot of shows that are kind of equivalent to Adventure Time and like are kind of in that same era of Adventure Time, like those kind of stories.
Same Mount Rushmore.
Same Mount Rushmore. The very long Mount Rushmore with Adventure Time, Owl House, Amphibia, Gravity Falls, the very long line. I'm kind of this is kind of a common thing I've said before. I think those shows don't have super memorable one-offs to me a lot of the time. Like I couldn't tell you what happens to like half the one-offs in Amphibia. I forgot like all of them. But I can tell you about so many just like weird like one-off Adventure Time episodes that are like interesting and funny and weird. And maybe we'll talk about a few of those later. I think that's kind of a strength of the show was that it very much had an open. It was the first open world cartoon and a very open world and cast that it could kind of just do whatever it wanted, and like the story would still be interesting even if it wasn't like part of a bigger thing.
Right. What are some of your favorite one-offs? This is just for the table, I'm curious what you would say, Nintendo. I don't know, just kind of like not story arcs, but just ideas, I guess. Concepts explored. Like Walnuts and Rain. That was one that is just kind of like a self-contained sort of story.
I do like that one a lot. I like the what is it, the guy that Jake talks to? I don't remember what kind of
7718.
Yes, I love that gag so much.
Yes.
How he doesn't know his name because he thinks it's numbers and it's written upside down or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think. I was gonna say we were talking about Rebecca Sugar episodes and about her contributions to the show when she was on Adventure Time, and I was rewatching the Fiona and Cake ones in preparation for the new season. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a video about this, about how, and sometimes the appeal of Fiona and Cake is kind of strange before the show happens. But being like, oh yeah, these Rebecca Sugar and Adam Muto episodes, these are great. I wonder what other episodes they did. And it's like all my favorites, like Power Animal. I think maybe not. I remember you might be with a different board partner, but What Was Missing? Yeah, just most of them are their episodes. So
they were really the big two. The
Mount Rushmore of Adventure Time storyboard artists.
No, yeah, Adam Muto went on to be the showrunner. No, he knew what he was doing.
I want to say, in terms of like one-off episodes, I think an episode I always think about just like really liking is President Porpoise is Missing. That has maybe one of my favorite jokes in the entire show, which is like they're about to leave to go on the adventure. Like, the three of us will go. And then B walks and goes, 4. And they all start laughing. And then Ice King just goes,
oh, yeah.
goes 5. And he's just like sitting on the chair and suddenly he's like, ugh. And then like,
I love that one.
It's like, anyone else here? And they leave, and a bunch of people are just in their house, and that's like one of my like favorite jokes of the whole show. I think.
That's the like, Marceline and Bubblegum are like crawling up underneath the furniture, right?
Yeah. Jake the Brick is a classic. There's a lot of like really good ones.
Yeah, I think about how there was like that one episode where like they made a bet that like they can't talk for the entire morning, and Bima got
yeah.
scared. And like it's the same time he invited over like a bunch of bikini babes.
Yes, I think that was the
And
first
these-
episode. That was the first episode Graham Falk boarded, I think. Who's, I think, one of my favorite board artists on the show.
Yeah.
No,
Really funny one, just because Bima just invited over some bikini babes and had them beat up Finn and Jake.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of what I mean. When I say I think the show is really good at like doing really like kind of just memorable concepts for like episodes. Like they're just like fun like ideas. Like, oh, Finn and Jake can't talk, so like they spent the whole episode with these little signs. I feel like I'd be remiss. This is kind of maybe like a boring one to talk about because it's like a famous episode. Hall of Egress is like I think one of the most interesting episodes they've ever done, and that's one of the 2 episodes they put on their like the YouTube channel, like that and Remember Me are the 2 they just have on the Cartoon Network channel. I think that one's like really one of those like only like the only cartoon I can think of that would do an episode like this is kind of like Adventure Time type of episode.
Yeah. It's very, and stuff like that like stems from its tabletop RPG roots.
Yes,
Just having these just interesting fantasy concepts. I feel like its inspirations, make it a very unique kind of show. It's a very nerdy sort of show. And you just get, a lot of cool. Yeah, I love the Hall of Egress. It's just a really cool fantasy concept, but they also use it as a great like character thing. And even though it's like kind of standalone, it still says a lot about the character of Finn.
Yes,
and they call back to it a lot. Yeah,
we're kind of talking.
I pulled up the list,
oh,
so
God.
I got a few more.
Oh yes,
yeah. So King Worm gave me nightmares, so that's like up there. I think I gave me nightmares before I even seen the episode, but now I know what YouTube poops are, and I think it's great. What are some others?
real quick about King Worm. I remember when that one was coming out.
Yeah.
There was like preview images that were up for it, and like Finn had like the slightly longer ears, and I just remember that people talking about that. Like, oh, what's happening here? Why are his ears slightly longer in this episode?
He's so off model.
Yeah.
I guess they probably had to design a new model sheet of Finn with the slightly longer ears because that's in most of the episode.
That's right.
Those crazy animators.
Yeah,
those
where is
crazy Burbank animators.
What the heck?
These California writers.
Yeah. I like the
boy.
All the Little People is another great one. I feel like that one gets talked up a lot. It's a screwed up episode. I got to start making Adventure Time content about how terrible Princess Bubblegum is. I feel like that'll really give me the big views.
True.
People find women who are complex.
Yeah. Guys, I don't understand this character, so she has to be poorly written, right? That's how it works.
She's secretly evil.
My thing about that, and this is what I've kind of realized over the year, people have this weird thing where I think they think the show doesn't think she does bad things. Like they think the show thinks she's like always a good person because, and this is what I've kind of concluded. The show never does a scene where like a character does like a big like, ooh, you're so big and mean and evil and you're grounded, and she cries because she's so mean and evil and she realizes that she's been mean and evil. She kind of like has to like realize that herself. There's no like character screams at her like, ooh, and you're so mean to the candy people and you're grounded.
And honestly, I think for a lot of its characters,
moment.
I think for a lot of its characters, I think something I've seen people say is like, oh, she doesn't get punished enough. But I feel like I think about a lot of the characters in that show, no one really does get punished. There's not really like super grave lasting consequences for a lot of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at most they lose something, even temporarily. Like Princess Bubblegum kind of lost her kingdom for a little bit, and that had like clearly a lasting impact on her. And
then there was like Finn's relationship with Flame Princess that like took a while to like rekindle to them just being friends again.
And also thinking of like, I mean, even like the Lich, which is like a huge villain, never really gets defeated once and for all, I'd say. I mean, maybe kind of in Together Again. You could say that. But I don't know. It's not really a show where it's like, oh, we need to see the characters get, I guess, reprimanded so we can understand what the lesson is, I guess. Because a lot of characters in the show do like pretty bad stuff a lot of the time. Because it's not really
jail time. How much jail time do you think they would get? Someone should make
that's a good video. That's a
all
video.
Their crimes that they've committed.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like Simon literally murders Chuskus for his own purposes, and it's just kind of like whatever.
Right. To be honest, I think everyone was suspecting that guy to die at any moment.
Yeah, I mean, he technically Chuskus turned evil, so maybe he deserved it. But
maybe Chuskus didn't even know what he did wrong when he was in hell.
Yeah,
he thought I rhymed too much. Oh,
right.
I think it's also like there's something beautiful where like in that world too. Like sometimes people just get fucked and like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's just kind of a chaotic, lawless world where things are just kind of always happening, and characters just keep moving on with whatever circumstance.
Like they have laws, but at the same time they just like don't care.
Right.
It's just like Hazbin Hotel.
You think so? In what way is it like Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah, they can do whatever they want in hell. It's like that.
True. Oh, that's a good theory. What if the land of Oo is like hell and all the characters represent like a different sin?
Oh, and Finn is in a coma and he's actually a
oh my gosh,
yes.
Yeah.
And the show takes place in the same universe as regular show. It's the future.
God, yeah.
Jake is actually his drug dealer.
Yeah.
And Shaggy and Scooby smoke weed.
What's another character?
What if Shaggy took LSD and that's why we see Scooby like talk and look like a guy in the costume?
Like Scoob, I'm tripping balls, Scoob.
These are great ideas.
Yeah,
I've always
Shaggy.
I've always like never believed that Scooby-Doo should be memorable and should just be revealed to have been fake the whole time. I feel like that's the direction Hannah and Barbera would have wanted.
So something we were kind of talking about the show's one-offs and how good it is. Something that's always kind of stuck out to me though, the show's like I guess quote unquote event episodes, is that a lot of them are really funny to me still. Like
the one I think about the most is, sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
The one I think about the most is Normal Man. That's one of the funniest episodes, but it's also kind of like a crucial like send-off for one of its characters. That has like it deals with a lot of like lore of the show.
Normal Man has one of my favorite jokes in the whole show, I think, which is like he's like, what's even a boomerang? Like he throws the boomerangs. Oh my gosh, I've been calling that something different my whole life.
Man, they're on fire. Jesse Monahan was on fire.
Yeah.
That was his last episode he wrote, and he just went nuts, I guess.
Wait, and that's like in the same moment. There's like a moment later where like that boomerang just comes back and like knocks someone in the head, right?
Well, it's like he throws another boomerang, and Finn's like, wait for it to get back, but then he gets hit in the head with a second boomerang. He goes, two boomerangs is iconic. And there's so many good lines, even before that one. Like Tiny Manicore is like, you stand at the mercy of my boomerang and flamethrower. I don't think he even uses the flamethrower that much.
Is that the one?
That's also the episode where you just see you see Lemongrab and LSP on a date for like 10 seconds.
Do you think they made it work? Do you think they're still dating, like in the point of the show and Fiona and Cake's happening?
I'm curious. I'm kind of glad that they got together. I don't know how functional that would be, but I feel like there's something interesting. That's something I want to see at least one more time at some point in the extended run of the show.
And they bring in Morty's current voice actor to voice Lemongrab now, and it'll be awesome.
Right. What were you about to mention that, Ryan? You were about to talk about.
I was gonna mention Crossover, which is an episode that's like kind of like really dramatic and serious in a lot of ways. Like it's kind of like a big thing happening, but there's so many like jokes. I remember that one. It's like it's where like Big Destiny shows up. And Finn's talking about something, and then like the Lich shows up.
It looks like he's possessed or something. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
The Lich it's such a funny. Like I think the way the show that treats the Lich, I think, is like a good indication of the show's tone all the time.
Yeah.
Like after a bit, it's like they're just kind of annoyed by him. It's like jeez.
Right. Not this guy.
This guy, so evil.
I think
yeah.
the ending of Crossover is a perfect summation of the show, where it's Finn looking at Farm World Finn, and he's like, oh, he has a whole family. And then Jake is just focused on his Farm World stuff, his Farm World self, being a dumb dog. And he's like, look at me. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. And I think the final line is, what are dogs even into these days? I don't know.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
Oh,
I love repeating jokes from the show. We could do this all day.
I know.
Who can
James
forget
too
when Bender the robot showed up and he said, time for you to show your face. That's a classic. Sorry, go.
Oh yeah. James 2 is a funny one to me because that's a sequel to an episode that has kind of like a dramatic, serious tone. It's like a kind of like a survival horror episode almost. And it has this like ominous cliffhanger to it. And then the follow-up is just kind of like comedic shenanigans. Which is great because Andy Merrill's great. He's the voice of Brack. I think most people know him as.
Yes.
And he was in Fiona and Cake. He voiced a Banana Guard in the latest Fiona and Cake episode, which I think is just great.
Anytime that guy gets work, I'm happy for him. Honestly.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Especially after what that dog did.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say also, like, I think it's like just like an entire like kind of story event thing. Stakes is like really funny because it is like the first like ongoing like narrative like miniseries they did. But like again, one of the things that sticks out to me about that whole miniseries is that it's really funny. There's like just a lot of like really great gags in it. I think about the one where like Jake turns into a house and he lets all of them in, and Finn like sticks his face up against the Jake dog house and he goes like, I got lots of healthy teen boy blood in here. And he like goes in for like a high five and Marceline gives it to him. It's really fun.
That specific episode has one of my favorite lines. When LSP shows up, she's like, "Are you guys hunting wabbits?" It's just such a stupid, it's such a stupid line because it makes no sense. Like, why would she even, like, why would they reference Looney Tunes? There's no way any of them know what Looney Tunes is. They just throw that in there because it's a funny line. That also reminds me of how Tree Trunks, her like alien hybrid children are named Garfield.
Oh, you're right. All right, and that discovery where Tree Trunks like tells her husband, "Oh yeah, this is like Homer Lumber. Yeah, we had kids together," and then her husband just like of gas and just speechless, and it kind of just ends there.
That's a great one.
No elaboration.
I love Tree Trunks taking down Princess Bubblegum's fascist regime so she can have her alien lover. It's a great episode, and that all happens.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm so glad Tree Trunks gets to fuck as much as she wants, who she wants at any time.
She does end up with a polycule at the end of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even in heaven, she's like with all three of her former
Her
lovers.
afterlife is just a harem with various tiny mammal characters.
Thankfully, not Wyatt, who's in hell.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Tree Trunks is like a wild character because she's voiced. I think she was cast just because her voice actress is like a family friend of Pendleton Ward, so it's just really funny to like get like one of your mom's friends on the show to voice this really horny elephant who says like sex innuendos all the time. It's great.
I love that there's like a bit at some point where she's about to divorce Mr. Pig and they just like throw like the baby at them and like that saves their marriage.
She really, Tree Trunks is one of the I don't know if we've talked about this on stream, but the show has a lot of characters that are like contentious but have really dedicated fans. Tree Trunks is one of those where like some people think she's hilarious and some people like cannot stand whenever she's on screen. And it's kind of funny how many characters are like that in this show.
Everyone except like, I don't know, like Ice King maybe.
Well, there's Tree Trunks, LSP is a big one, and Lemon Grab I think is another big. Those might be the big three.
The big three.
The big three of like.
We gotta think of a fourth. We gotta think of a fourth. They give you the Mount Rushmore.
Okay, who would be the fourth? I mean, Princess Bubblegum. Like she's not so much for her gags, but just like her character overall.
You're talking about like the conventionally annoying characters that people would take issue with.
Right, yeah. Where you can tell like the people making the show just really like one specific joke about them and bring them back just to keep doing that.
And it's just like a really good joke that they can constantly evolve.
Right, yeah. There's so many one-off gag characters in this show that I think that's a great thing about the show's one-offs is that I think most of them have some element about them that gets brought back later on, whether it's just like a character that they really liked or just some aspect of the world building that gets expanded upon.
I feel like the only episode of the show they never reference again in any way, shape, or form is the one about the big beatboxing snail.
It's that one and the spider marriage crisis episode.
Those were the two. Those were the two episodes.
The big disgusting bug romance duology.
Those were my least favorite episodes as a kid. I remember watching the spider episode and getting upset at the ending as a kid. Like, are they gonna die? Are they gonna die in this one?
The spider
I remember
fingernails bit.
Funny.
I think that's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a funny story, a bit of a funny short of a story from high school. But like one time at the end of class, our teacher like, oh yeah, I saw this funny clip from this sweet and cute clip from Adventure Time, and it's like the snail beatboxing trying to serenade snail women.
Oh, that's a nasty episode.
Yeah, it's like really
very
funny.
nasty episode. Sorry.
You were going to say something, Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the what is it? The spider episode has the Finn fingernails bit, which is by far the best part of the episode. But otherwise, I don't remember anything. I remember the slow love, the snail the slug episode or whatever. I straight up forgot about that episode for like a solid year after it aired. Like I'm like, yeah, going through. Oh, I remember all these Adventure Time episodes. I have fond memories of watching them. No, completely forgot about that one for a solid year. And,
what is your review? Do you give it is it a good Adventure Time episode or is it a scum Adventure Time episode?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a bit of an animated atrocity. I'm not sure. Yeah. No, I think it's probably fine. I also have not watched it since since the show ended. I really haven't gone back to a lot of Adventure Time since the show ended. Besides a couple of the miniseries and random episodes, but still good. Oh, I'm now seeing the Nintendo Mount Rushmore.
Scooby-Doo.
That's how a Scooby-Doo episode should end. They put Mystery Inc. on Mount Rushmore.
Who gets left out? There's only 4 spots. Who gets left out?
Scooby. So he doesn't care. Yeah, he just
Scooby would be like projected onto the clouds.
It'll be like one Daphne and 3 Scoobies.
One Daphne. Something I guess like kind of talk about the show a bit more. Something I found really interesting at the show that it does a lot that I don't think is very common. Like I can't think of another cartoon that did this a lot, or maybe even ever. This show did a lot of guest animator episodes. There's an episode where like they go to like a grotto and like the Small Barutas of Batman Spider-Man animated it. There's the CGI episode. There's the episode where they got the anime director to do it, Food Chain. There's famous beloved episode Water Park Party. They did a lot of like guest animator episodes. I can't really think of another show that really did that a lot.
I think not just guest animator, but entire episodes where they just kind of handed off.
Yeah.
Like
that's more
the
entire
mean. Direction of it.
Because I can think of a few like shows where like they get like a studio and do like a scene or two. But there's like entire Adventure Time episodes animated by like people not on the show.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's always been like an admirable thing about the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like it's very, I don't know, it's very driven by its artists. I'd say even just in like normal episodes. Like a big thing about it is, like the way the characters are drawn, even just from episode to episode, depends on who's working on the episode.
That's something I think you were talking about recently on Twitter.com. I saw you said you were talking about. I'm not on there anymore. I saw you talking about it.
Yeah,
it's people. I think they kind of draw characters a bit differently in Fiona and Cake sometimes, but it's kind of a result of like you said, the show is very board driven approach where like characters will look a bit differently depending on who's doing the episode. So you get the awesome Fiona and Cake episodes where their eyes are really big.
Right, yeah.
No, but that's always that's something I really liked from this era of Cartoon Network specifically, I think. The big three of cartoons where you could tell what board artist was doing that was Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and OKKO.
Even Flapjack, I think.
Yeah.
Really started that. But yeah, I know for Steven Universe in particular, it got pretty controversial. I was there.
They drew amethysts with 3 hair strands instead of 4.
And man, I was very like I was there on the if we want to talk about being there on like the beaches.
Yeah. Amethyst was people measuring amethyst by game cubes. She's 4 game cubes high.
Right. Do people remember the Steven Universe critical era?
Do you think I was there? I was there.
Who doesn't? It barely ended not too long ago.
Nick, did you have a Steven Universe critical Tumblr blog that you made specifically just to critique the show?
I didn't. I just.
You did that on Maine because you were such a hater.
I was the opposite. I was like a Steven Universe defender when I was doing videos on it. And now we don't have, and now there are no cartoons that are being made.
No defensible cartoons.
Yeah. There's just no cartoons anymore. So you gotta love Steven Universe. You just by default.
I mean, do you think they went too far though with making Peridot that short though? Do you think they went too far?
I think no one would care unless someone. The only reason people notice is because you saw the images on Twitter where, ooh, look, in the baseball episode, Lapis and Pearl are a little taller than each other. Who cares? In context, no one notices. I never noticed.
I remember seeing specifically from Ian Jones-Cordy describing that sort of phenomenon. I think the term he used was dynamic heighting.
Yes.
That's funny.
I think he might have been talking even specifically about Adventure Time.
Because he was on the show, yes.
That does that a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, where, like, if it makes more sense for Jake to be at shoulder height, based on the way like a shot is framed, they'll just do that because it's only magic.
I remember recently, like a year or two ago, I did a watch through of regular show, and I took note of every time like what Mordecai, Rigby, and Skip's heights relative to each other were, because it was always changing. I'm like, do you think if I pointed this out, people would get would hate regular show now, like that, like Rigby's height relative to Skip's changes depending on
Burbank animators.
God, they got rid of that godforsaken Cartoon Network studio. Now they can't.
Yeah,
right.
The heights of Rigby anymore.
They need. You know what? Do it. Someone needs to pick down Mordecai.
Whoa.
Rigby, why are you at my crotch line instead of my tummy line?
You're my under the gutter seat.
Dude, stop being at my tummy line. Mordecai and Rigby, get back to Mordecai's tummy line or you're fired.
What?
There should be like a DeviantArt post where Benson gets mad at Peridot and Lapis for being inconsistent heights relative to Steven.
And then all the males of regular show come in and go, whoa, 'cause they own the femnoids.
I hate this shit. I hate how inconsistent they are. Look at this Rigby. He's like taller than everyone else in this model.
Oh, you're right. Where'd you get this? Oh, is this from like that new woke reboot they're doing? The Lost Tapes?
Yeah.
The Lost Takes?
The Lost Tapes.
You want to know?
Show, the Lost Tapes.
Are going to be posting on X.com, the Everything app, and posting the Lost
Look how
Tapes.
bad this...
Oh, come on, Nick.
Yeah. Look how bad this size inconsistency is. Look at Rigby. He's bigger than everyone else, even himself in this frame.
We were talking about Ian Jones-Cordy, who worked on this show, by the way. That's a fun fact for you. He's worked on every cartoon you've liked in the past decade. He's probably worked on. That's what I've learned.
Every cartoon on the Mount Rushmore. I don't know why we're so. It's just such a stupid It's such a stupid obsession people have with like we need to categorize like the goats of cartooning. It has to be specifically 4 things because that's how many heads are on Mount Rushmore. This matters deeply to me. You can't get this wrong. Ben 10 has to be up there. He's the goat of action-based cartoons on Cartoon Network aimed at 6 to 11-year-old boys.
I never watched Ben 10. Now it's too late.
Honestly, it's probably not even that good. I'm gonna say it. I haven't watched it.
Clip that.
I don't care. I'm gonna say it. It's probably not even that good. I mean, it's probably good if you watched it when you were a kid. Or if you are a kid.
I can't be a part of this. This take is too.
I'm just saying.
Oh, my grody sister.
I know they're cousins, but he said my grody sister is so annoying.
Oh, twerp. I'm the annoying female sister character, and we're gonna learn a lesson today.
You're making up a thing of this show you've never watched before. It's not like this at all.
It is like this. I watched it when I was a little kid, and I loved it. Oh no! There's nothing wrong with liking Ben 10. I don't think Ben 10 is awful. It is what it is, and I think sometimes people oversell it because they have an emotional attachment to it. But it's fine. Oh, it's fine. I'm sorry. This is really mean, but
I was gonna say about Ian Jones Cordy. Something the show did that it stopped doing after a bit. This show did a lot of DVD commentaries back in the day. I think all of season 2 and like 3 had commentaries. I remember watching them because I had the DVD recently.
Yeah, I know. I only have the season 1 DVD. It has a handful.
Yeah, season 1 only did a handful, and then season 2 was like almost. I felt like all of them. Like I remember just sitting through like surprised how many they had. And one of the ones that really stood out to me is there's one like I think they're just recording like in Penn Ward's bedroom. And like Ian Jones Cordy just walks in the middle of that one of them, and then she's like, "Hey, Ian, you want to talk with us?"
Oh man, that was I remember you talking to me about that. That's I think of that with longing. That building is gone. There's no one wants to link anymore. No one wants to link and build and like walk into the room. That's what we should bring that back. We should have people just walking into the room.
Oh, I remember the thing he talked about. It was during the Nightosphere commentary. He walked in the middle of that and he talked about writing the line drama bomb and talking like this is the surreal experience of seeing that on t-shirts everywhere.
Yeah. What? How much language from the show kind of like poisoned culture for a while?
Well, that's something yeah, go on.
One thing I like about the show that's like a very distinct thing about it, but I think it's pretty good. Is the way they have characters talk is always really interesting. I feel like not a lot of characters have like traditional catchphrases.
No,
but there's just kind of like a general way the world of the show speaks.
No, and you're right, and I know this because I say this all the time. The only people in the world who know how to write these characters are the people who work on this show. Because anytime any other studio tries to write dialogue for these characters, it's so bad. I don't want to drag Multiverses from its grave.
Power.
I don't want to drag Multiverses from its grave to punch it while it's dead. The way they write like Finn, Jake, and Marsley in that, and especially Banana Guard's like, what are we doing? Why are they saying these things?
There is one Multiverses line. I don't know if I can quote it exactly, but it was something like, Finn says like, "How you hit me right in my brain basket. By brain basket, I mean head," which is so like, it's so like stupid. It's such a like almost getting it, but not quite.
Right.
Like you're not supposed
to
explain
acknowledging it is what kills it.
You're supposed to understand the slang through context. Like when Prince Gumball says, "You almost scronked me in my dome piece," like you get it because you see what's happening in the scene.
I think they're really good about not doing it all the time, like every line, and they also don't make the characters like really emphasize it. Like they always kind of voice it like it's just things these characters just naturally say, which I think is.
Man, I think there might be like on the wiki just like a list of slang, and I'd love to go through it because I think an interesting thing about the slang in the show is like there's a lot of it that is just kind of like goofy nonsense words. But I feel like there's a surprising amount of it that's like actually has some kind of actual meaning to it. It's just kind of obscure word choice,
Right?
Or just kind of creative language.
It's kind of like when you look into a thesaurus, you see the word and then you see the adjective being used instead.
Right. Like, what's one of them? I mean, the only one I can think of right now, which is kind of maybe unfortunate given current context, is they do use the word grok in the show, which is a word. It is a word from a sci-fi novel,
and now everyone is using grok.
Right. But it in its source material, it was a word to mean understand, and that's how they use it in the show. So that's something with like some kind of like extra meaning to it beyond just, I don't know, just saying stuff that sounds silly for the sake of it. Another one I'm thinking about right now is buku spooku.
Oh,
Spooku?
Yeah, which just kind of sounds funny, but it also like you could sort of break down like what it is saying too. Now there's actually a page with all the slang, and there's a lot of it. I don't even know if it's all of it.
Is boing loings on there?
Oh, it's gotta be.
Someone got hit.
Yeah, it is.
I feel, in a way, I feel like a lot of the slang also comes from like slang the creators learn, because if grok came from like a sci-fi novel, then it kind of is just like pointing out like, yeah, this is like a nerdy show, which is generally like just how general language works. It's kind of like how derp was like probably a word that definitely came from South Park, but was used more as a result of like being on My Little Pony.
Wait, what was used in South Park?
And the word derp.
Derp. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, save hashtag. Hey, hashtag save derpy. By the way, hashtag save derpy.
Hashtag save derpy.
Let's not forget, everyone. Let's not forget what this is all about. It's hashtag save derpy. On the note of boing loings, also, this is something I want to talk about with this show. Kind of related. I think I would say every voice actor in this show who plays the character they play in this show is like the character in my mind. And maybe this is unfair because it's my favorite cartoon. It is the character I associate them the most with, or it's my favorite role they've done. SpongeBob is like Tom Kenny's like biggest role, and I'm never like that's undeniable and unquestionable. It's the Mount Rushmore of Tom Kenny. He's the biggest Mount Rushmore on there. But Ice King, I think, is just like his all-star performance to me. I think there's so many just absurdly funny Ice King line reads, and then later with Fiona and Cake, I think he gets to like kind of voice a character he doesn't really get to voice in anything else ever. Really, I think it is like his all-star role. Princess Bubblegum is like Hayden Welch's best character. John Madaccio is the closest. Bender and Jake are pretty close. Bender's an all-star. He's a celebrity. Bender, we love Bender. What time is it time for you to shut your face? You know?
Yeah. I think something that speaks. I don't know. So that speaking of the voice acting, I feel like a lot of the cast of the show, they seem pretty fond of it. Like I think John DiMaggio has gone on record saying like it's one of his favorite roles.
Yeah, Grok, pull up the video of John Madaccio crying when the show was going to end at Comic-Con.
Yeah. I mean, and Jake is like the only character who, across all media, like has always had the same voice actor.
Since the pilot, yeah.
Yeah, since the pilot.
I'm 28.
Yes. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about voice actors because it is relevant for the Fiona and Cake discussion. I don't know when we're.
Well, I should do that in a few minutes here. So the last chunk of this kind of discussion. But yeah.
I know it's like it's been neat seeing like Jeremy Shada growing up with the role, and Olivia Olson too. I don't know if that gets focused on as much, but she like grew up a lot during the course of the show.
Yes.
I think she was like, she might have been like 17 or something when she was first on in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a long time ago now. And I don't know, it's just a neat thing. I feel like it's easy for people to get attached to this show just because it's such a long running thing.
Mm-hmm. And like
That's
just
what I mean
having
too.
that freedom to do a lot of stuff with the characters.
Uh-huh.
I guess the thing to
Yeah.
talk about.
Also,
Oh, go on.
I also want to give credit to John DiMaggio. He's probably the reason why pregnancy is such a constant bit for me because of his like a Tracy
Sure.
Morgan bit about like
Obsessed
getting.
with that.
Listen, no one
That's
can
what I'm
find
scared-
him.
It's such an obscure thing to be obsessed over. Because I don't think, have you ever showed us what that is you're talking about?
That's because I can never find the clip where he's like doing a voice where it's like, "Oh, you better be careful because we're about to get pregnant up in here."
when Bender gets pregnant, he's gonna go. It's gonna be fun on the bun. Bender got pregnant.
Is that
Bender,
where he gets pregnant with beer?
yeah, they say he literally got pregnant once.
Yeah, he did get pregnant.
Right.
Maybe
With beer.
Jake the dog should have got pregnant too for a little bit.
You did.
Oh, that's right. You got the egg in him. Oh,
What?
wait, that's awesome. Bender and Jake have both been pregnant before.
The Mount Rushmore of John DiMaggio pregnancy characters.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
who else is it gonna be? We need to keep our eyes peeled.
He needs the
Did that
voice.
guy
You know,
from
Nick?
Gears of War? Is that what it is? Get pregnant?
He could probably get pregnant.
Okay.
I
I don't know
feel-
much about the series.
I feel like the Joker's been pregnant at least once. Like Batman's been around for so long. Like he voiced Joker at least once. Like Joker's definitely been pregnant at least once, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's gotten pregnant. I don't know. I think it might have been in a comic, but there was a woke Joker controversy from about a year or two ago.
Are you serious?
I try to stay up to date with Joker updates, so I'm pretty.
Yes.
When the Joker gets pregnant, I know.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
I'm glad. You might be the biggest Joker pregnancy fan I know, honestly.
I think I'm at least in the top 5.
I'm realizing now.
There's a
Sorry,
top five.
I looked at Bender pregnancy. Futurama had 2 separate M-Preg episodes. What's up with that? Let's talk about that real quick. Because Kim
I
had.
thought we were
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, what is the other Bender Mpreg episode?
No,
we
it's-
gotta know.
it's Kif gets pregnant. Kif gets pregnant too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh no!
I
that
mean,
was
they're in the future and there's aliens, so they're like bound to have like an impreg thing going on.
Yeah, you just can't avoid it.
my tummy's growing.
But the fact, I think it should be a surprise that there were only 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we
I
get a
think it
little
should be
more
the
Kip
surprise
pregnant?
that there were only 2.
What's that, Nick?
Can we get a little more of Kip being pregnant? I
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't think we got
Oh,
enough in the
Amy.
podcast.
You have to rub my
You already
tummy.
gave
It's getting so large.
he already
Yeah,
gave birth to all those kids. He only needs 3. He doesn't need another couple survivors.
See, can you do the entire message you sent me that one time, like all of it?
I don't even remember what I was
It was
doing. I
about
was
it.
like cooking dinner one time.
It was about him eating club sandwiches and getting big and round.
Oh, I said like, oh, Amy, I ate too many club sandwiches with the olive stuck on top with a toothpick, and now my tummy is big and round. You'll have to roll me out of the room, Amy. I can't move on my own.
Oh, my my
I was
tummy.
hoping-
Oh,
I know, we're not doing stick with the big tummy.
Yeah.
how
It was
great.
pretty scary when pregnant Bender filled the screen. I was a little terrified.
Meatbag, I'm so pregnant.
Remember when Gunther was pregnant?
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Gunther's kind of like gender ambiguous, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is Gunther on the Mount Rushmore pregnant Adventure Time characters?
Who are, okay, Lady Rainicorn.
Lady
Gunther.
Rainicorn.
Gunther.
Jake's dad. Jake's dad.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess Jake's mom, I mean, if we wanted to.
Yeah, but
Two
Jake's
dogs.
dad got a little more
2
pregnant.
for 1.
If we're gonna be
Think
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Surely there's another pregnant.
I looked up
Adventure
Adventure Time pregnant. There's a picture of Princess Bubblegum pregnant. Did that happen in the show?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
What about- what about-
Marlene?
What
My
about
man, my
Bufo,
girl.
the wizard with the tadpoles in his like throat? Does that count?
Yeah.
He's kind of pregnant. You're not feeling it. No, we'll find a better
Yeah.
one.
Are those his
Yeah.
kids?
I mean, Jake had the egg in him. Why is all of Jake's Jermaine? You're next because you. When is Jermaine giving birth?
When is he giving birth?
He's the only member of the family. The only dog member of the family, at least. Finn never got pregnant.
Wait. What if Jermaine gave birth and like he gave the child he gave birth to was voiced by Steven Universe's voice actor? That'd be cool.
Oh man, BMO got pregnant. Put BMO up on there.
Was it with the egg? Yeah.
Oh man,
This is such a beautiful pregnancy show.
thank you for fostering this discussion, Ryan.
Of course.
I love pregnant media, so it's
Don't
perfect.
blame
to
me
have
for
on to
this,
talk about
everyone.
this.
I guess, speaking of the miracle of birth, do you think we want to get into these Fiona and Cake episodes?
Yeah, I just sort of want into the conversation because we got derailed by pregnancy, which is a great thing to say.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what we were talking about.
I just want to
Aside
say,
from
I guess one more thing to talk about at the end here about the show before we get into Fiona and Cake, first 2 new episodes. It's I feel like sometimes, like, I think about this, this is probably, it's hard, I don't want to make a definitive statement here. I don't want to make a definitive statement.
Okay.
I want to say this is either the most or, like, one of the most influential cartoons of, like, the past decade. I think, I don't know if it'd be an understatement to say.
Cartoons that suck.
Okay.
Don't sound sad. Don't sound sad.
No, I'm like,
Keep
I feel like if this show didn't come out, I don't know if animation would have been the same. I think that's not unfair to say.
Yeah, I mean, true. Do you think Gravity Falls still would have happened?
I don't know because
Probably not. Yeah.
I feel like probably one way I could see probably the state of animation would probably be pushed back
You think we'd still
because
be,
it wasn't in one way it wasn't with the online landscape it wasn't edible, but you're probably that area would have probably taken place elsewhere and it would probably turn out a whole lot different.
It was the first show that kind of occupied both, like, I don't know, it was a show where you could, like, pay attention to the world and the characters and stuff, and there was, like, a little bit of plot element to it. But it was still, like, a fun kind of episodic show.
right.
And yeah, that's kind of a blueprint that a lot of cartoons were following for a while now. I don't know what blueprint they're following now. I don't think there's been a
Trying
new
to
cartoon
survive.
release. Yeah, survival. Try to survive on 8 episodes. Content is kind of the new mission statement.
I think
I disagree. I feel like
Go on.
Big Mouth is probably a little more influential. We just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You think so?
Without Big Mouth, there's no Has-Been Hotel. There's no Hotel Hell. There's
There's
no
no Little Demon. There's no Haunted Hotel.
You're right. There's no Little Demon.
What's with all
Think of
these
It
shows
would
about
be
demons?
Little Nicky,
Think of all the
Yeah,
and he would have had Little
no,
Nicky.
no Slip and Jimmy.
Ooh.
Think of all, like, the adult animated, like, Fox and streaming shows that ended after, like, 1 or 2 seasons that we wouldn't have gotten if
No
Big Mouth didn't
Duncanville.
run. Yeah, no Duncanville.
No
Yeah.
Universal Basic guys?
No UVDs.
I used to work in the hot dog factory until them robots came along, and now there is no work for me, but I get 3,000 dogs a month thanks to UBI.
You can't be singing the theme song to that show. You can't be singing that.
No,
You're
it's
right.
okay.
People could listen to it. People could listen to the theme song every Sunday night on Fox.
I think it would have been under.
Did you make this image, Ryan?
No, I saw that in Google.
I think having, instead of the Steve Universe logo, gay space rocks, that's, like, borderline offensive, I feel. That's like, it's bad because it's gay. Like, what are you talking about? Hold on.
I wanted to say, I guess on influence-wise, I don't know if I can make a definitive statement that animation on TV wouldn't be the same. I think Cartoon Network would absolutely not be the same. I think it would be in a very different place. This one didn't come out, and it wasn't such a big thing for them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a big deal.
We wouldn't have got Stevie Universe, and then we have got OKKO, and then we would have got nothing spun out from OKKO, I think.
True.
Mau Mau. Several episodes of Mau Mau.
Mau Mau, and then
Good show.
and then nothing spun off. Did anything spin off from Mau Mau? Do we keep the train going?
That's when the channel collapsed. The
creator directed the Duolingo anime. Does that count?
Oh, we need to talk about
Anime?
the Duolingo anime.
Did
Yeah, the Duolingo anime.
Did anyone here see the Duolingo anime?
No.
No, but yes, Adventure Time is a cartoon we love, and you know what?
No, I think it was more Total Drama that did it.
On the Mount
More
Rushmore?
Total Drama kind of paid for me. On the Mount Rushmore, yeah. That's like a story-based cartoon, right? It's
It's a
serialized when you think about it.
story fart cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
would
There were
probably say it's
two-
definitely on the trio influence.
Yeah. You can divide Cartoon Network into two categories in the 2010s: Adventure Time likes and Total Drama likes.
I guess so. What Total Drama likes were there that weren't just like also
Johnny
Canadian
Test. Johnny
imports?
Test can fall into a Total Drama like.
Is it just the Canadian imports? Like 16 and
Stoked?
remember like Psyched or Stoked? What was it? Was it
Stoked?
Stoked?
And
It was
scary
definitely stoked.
and
Okay.
Scary Squirrels.
Scary
Scary
Squirrel,
Squirrel.
the Big Four.
We're
Now that's a good
Frogman
question.
and
what is it? Super Noobs. What's the other superhero show? Canadian superhero show?
Sidekick or whatever.
Yeah, Sidekick. Who could forget Sidekick? Definitely.
I
not me.
honestly kind of forget Sidekick. I would need to
There's
see an
some-
image of it.
That's something I want to know. Why
Yeah.
were Canadian cartoons like kind of animated like that?
What, poorly? No, I'm kidding. kidding.
Wow,
Clip
wow,
that. Clip that.
No, I don't know what the Teletoon Wild Brain pipeline is like. I mean, maybe they just didn't have the technology. Canada's always like a little bit behind us. They don't have all the same resources
Insane.
as America. They don't have the same access to like Korean sweatshops. Don't call them that. No, they're animation studios. They don't have the same access to glorious overseas animation studios where they're still drawing on paper.
Nick, I will say though, you did forget one category. It's Adventure Time, Total Drama, and then a category of its own, Garfield show.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
my God.
Sonic
It's
Boom,
just
Garfield
Garfield
show.
Oh, you're right. Ninjago is
Oh,
in the Garfield show category. Sorry, it is.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
I got an update from my Canadian consultant from Canada.
Okay.
People from Toronto are kind of like the equivalent, are the New Yorkers.
That's what I was
Okay.
saying.
Glad we
Yeah.
got that cleared up.
Great.
All right. Well, do we want to talk
On that
about?
note,
Do we want to talk about the first two episodes of the new Fiona and Cake season?
The new Fiona
Yeah.
Cake season is finally here after massive fanfare from HBO Max.
It's kind of like the equivalent of like when NACO announced the Clonoa collection.
You think so? I think that's a frame of reference we can all get behind.
Oh yeah, we all remember that very clearly.
Only I see. It's kind of proving my point in a way, but no one gets it.
I just don't know if we're all tapped into Klonoa as you are. But yes, no, the new Fiona and Cake season dropped. There's 2 episodes of it.
Mhm.
And they're good. I mean, it's we talked a bit about this show in the lead up to it.
Yes.
We talked about the first season, and as you can tell from the previous like 80 minutes of this podcast, we're big fans of Adventure Time.
We might like it a little bit.
And yeah, a little bit. And the show has just been kind of like a continuation of that legacy. I don't know. It's like a neat sequel series to the original show, but it's also kind of its own thing, and we're getting the continuation of that.
I think right off the bat, I think one thing I'll say that's maybe a bit negative is I think the first season of Fiona and Cake had a stronger first 2 episodes. I like the way they were structured a bit more. I think they kind of flip flop a lot back between like the two like main stories of this, which is Fiona and Huntress. I kind of liked in the first season a bit more where they did like the Fiona episode first, then the Simon episode, and then in the third episode they started converging a bit more.
Right.
I think
That, hon-
Yeah.
I think these
That
first
honestly
2
had-
they feel a bit bloated
In
at
one way.
times.
Yeah, and I guess in one way it's kind of just like people kind of want to know what's going on between them two immediately, and I guess even on the show.
right. The
Readers
first season
too.
did have the benefit of like
Uh,
there was like nothing we knew about it going into it, and so it
Yeah.
was almost kind of just like a cold open
right.
on that first
Mhm.
episode. where you're kind of seeing everything for the first time. I feel like a lot of second seasons kind of have this thing where when something drops and it's like a huge surprise on where it goes. The second season is always kind of a little, I don't know, I guess a little slower, maybe a little more pedestrian starting out because you kind of already know what you're getting going into it to a greater extent. That being said, it's good. I like everything that they're setting up here.
Yeah.
I think the big takeaway that we've gotten from the first 2 episodes that isn't just kind of picking up where the characters left off in the first season, because just a quick recap. Fiona and Cake, they save their universe from being erased by the Scarab, and their universe becomes officially connected to the greater Adventure Time multiverse. And so it kind of it deals with the sort of fallout of Fiona trying to live her life, having after saved her own universe and kind of trying to find purpose with her renewed sense of self. After the
and on top of that, saying like how people she used to work with feels about her afterwards, which they all give like varying reactions, which is like, oh, cool, that's interesting.
Right, everyone kind of talks about how different that she was, and
like at first you get like everyone's like, oh, thank you, we're sorry for firing you, Fiona, and feel like it's okay, I sucked ass.
Right. So I guess Fiona's arc is kind of like, I don't know, we're kind of seeing the starting of it here, but it seems like, I don't know, it's just her. We'll see. I didn't write anything specific down. I'm just kind of going off the dome here.
I was talking about how they have a lot to cover in this like kind of first 2 episodes. One of the things that really stood out to me is that the first episode ends really abruptly, like really, really suddenly. I was like, oh, it's over?
I have a story about this. So the last scene starts of the episode, and I get up to like use the bathroom or do something, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. HBO Max like pulled the episode back like 30 seconds before I paused it. That's strange. I wonder why I did that. That's because there was like 3 seconds left in the episode. So I come back, sit down, get ready for more Fiona and Cake action, and then the episode ends immediately. I didn't like that. But yeah, if I can cut in a little bit of the conversation. So I do, I didn't take any notes on this story, but
I'm gonna eat
my big first of all, I like how slice of life heavy the first episode is, where it's mostly just going through like Fiona's new status quo. I just think that it's gonna probably like become clear how Huntress Wizard is connected to Simon and Fiona and Cake and where that connection really lies. But at the moment, it feels like we're kind of like stopping the Fiona and Simon stuff so we can have the big Huntress Wizard lore dump at the beginning of the second episode, which is great. It's really interesting the way it's handled. But I do think the season I haven't quite like figured out like why are we doing Huntress Wizard now, besides the fact that there's not like a Distant Lands episode where we could focus on her, or a random 11-minute episode. It just kind of feels like at the moment, I keep saying, wait, it's gonna get better, it's gonna become clear. But right now, it does feel like it's a little out of place just on the surface in terms of how the characters are connected.
Yeah, no, I can see that. When the first season came out, didn't they drop the first 2 episodes at the same time? Am I misremembering that?
No, they released 2 a week.
Yeah,
for the whole.
I kind of wonder if that would have been better for the set, because it feels like they're kind of supposed to go together a little bit. And now I'm thinking like, waiting like a full week to get like what felt like the other half of like the setup was a bit like, oh, well, I guess now we can see where the show is going to go next week.
Yeah, Fiona and Cake first season doesn't really make the structure of itself clear until episode 4.
Yeah,
when they start hopping between universes. I always compare it to like channel chasers because that's what they're using a TV remote.
well, now you need to compare it to Homer Simpson's awesome new remote he has in the Fortnite episode.
Yes, in the open world Simpsons game Fortnite expansion season.
Yeah. Oh, we also have like an epic
tree.
We also have an epic buff adult version of the main character in Fiona and Cake too.
That's true.
That's another channel chasers connect. Let's just find like just disparate, sweatily connected points to compare it to Fairly Odd Parents special.
The intro of the show really emphasizes kind of Fiona and Huntress's like parallels to each other a bit, like the way it's animated. So I'm curious where they're going to go with it. It does seem like they're both going through something right now. So I'll be interested to see where they chose to go with it.
I'm very curious. The intro like teases a lot of stuff that isn't really even hinted at yet. From these first 2 episodes at least. So I'm interested to see like where it goes with that. There's a lot of Fern.
Yeah.
Intro.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how that's going to fit in. So there's something a little exciting about that, I think. I have faith in this creative team to do something really meaningful with it and not just like, we just wanted to use this character now.
Did anyone else pog so hard when Matthew Broderick returned to reprise his role as Spirit Dream Warrior?
I actually did. I actually kind of like clapped and pointed at the screen. Like that's the moment I heard his voice. Like that's Matthew Broderick from The Lion King.
Another cool guest star is that there's a character at the very end of the second episode just referred to in the subtitles as The Voice, and he's played by Prismo's second voice actor.
That's right, Sean
Rahani. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm happy that they brought him back because he was good as Prismo.
Yeah.
In season 1. Yeah.
And now that Prismo is going to be voiced by Kumail Nanjiani again, I'm glad that they gave the other guy some kind of like some other.
That's just like Central Park.
Seemingly important role. It is like Central Park, I guess.
Like Central Park.
I'm glad you're here, Nintendo.
But without the racism, yes.
I feel like I have to mention because I said this and I said this to see. There's a scene near the end of this. If you haven't seen it, yet, I'm sorry we're spoiling all of it. If you haven't seen it, there's a scene near the end of the episode where Huntress Wizard gets pulled like in a portal, and all these tree branch hands start pulling her apart, like all her body parts apart. And my frame one thought when I saw that was like, oh, it's like the Simpsons movie when Homer has his epiphany.
I like you said that like you were crossing your arms, like, ugh, this is just the Simpsons movie again, where Homer's having his epiphany. He's like, oh, these lazy enemies.
Huntress Wizard has to be like, other people matter too. Without Finn and Jake and Princess Bubblegum, I'm nothing.
Yeah. I mean, so Huntress Wizard's whole thing here is we're finally getting into her history as a character because she's always just kind of been like the cool side character who has a cool design.
I think, sorry, before you go on, I just want to say, I think you talked about that. I think her rise on the show literally just because she had a cool design. They wanted to use her because she had a cool design.
Yeah, that's why they kept using her, I feel. And they eventually figured out like a purpose for her character. But this is kind of getting into like her loner personality because her whole thing in the original show, starting with Flute Spell, was that she's kind of she's a loner. And she's kind of like split off from the other people of the forest, specifically the Matthew Broderick spirit.
Yeah.
And she's kind of doing her own thing, and she kind of believes that I don't know, forming close personal bonds would make her weaker. It's pretty much her thing. So it feels like this is going to dive into that a little bit. Probably gonna have some kind of parallel with Fiona.
Yes.
But something that is addressed a lot in these episodes is her relationship with Finn, because they never officially got together.
They don't give it. They didn't give our boy the shonen ending.
I know. Last week we talked about how there's some people who just can't. People have such a weird. The way people like talk about fictional romance sometimes is just like really. I don't understand it. Like it's not. People don't look at it at a standpoint of like what would be interesting for the characters, but it's just more so like, oh, is this going to be like an official end game? And if they're not dating, then it means they're doing Finn dirty, as if Finn has no agency as his own character for what he wants. Like Finn's okay with this connection too. Like he's part of it.
And like Finn is not a traditional person,
Right. But no, I do like how they've set it up as a thing where they never really got together officially. They're kind of always been on and off again. I think that's an interesting place to start it, as opposed to like suggesting that they got together sometime off screen or something.
Yes.
Because that was kind of when Huntress Wizard was mentioned in the last season, I think that was kind of something a lot of people wanted to latch on to. Like, oh, are they officially together? But no, I think it is more interesting and kind of like more mature and adult to explore a relationship that isn't just strictly, oh, we're like we're the fictional dating couple, and it's also not even, and also not being like a, I have a one-sided crush kind of thing, because that's also something that the show has already extensively gone into.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like getting into that with this show. I'm excited to see how that develops, where that ends.
Go on.
It's a lot of it's going to be very much like the complexities of like what each side wanted or hoped or were expecting in the relationship.
No, they're just doing it as an excuse to like get like Fiona and Huntress as like Yuri slop together. Fiona's gonna have like a harem of women.
Oh, there's gonna be an awesome scene where she goes, "Sorry, Finn, I don't want you," and then he's gonna cry. The queer Californian writers on this show hate their cis boy. Yeah,
I gotta say, lesbians have it so easy these days. Like, is there nothing that they won't steal from us? We can't have this. Just let us have our epic white male. And his,
I hate talking about Finn the human like this. He's like my dear friend. I hate talking about him like this.
I know. Finn is a great guy. I love how he's like developed. I love seeing him as an adult for all his flaws and his his endearing qualities.
Yeah, but I can just imagine those white California writers now ordering their vegan tacos and grass milkshakes and those
darn big writers.
I'm just imagining
Hunter Day them.
Yeah, I'm just imagining the woke guy from Mr. Bircham as like my point of reference here. Which we all unfortunately understand what I'm talking about.
Of course,
right?
yes, of course.
I think we're obsessed with that character a little bit.
The hipster.
we love the sensitive modern male archetype. Oh, do you think they kind of did that to Finn? He's got kind of like a hippie beard. He's like, he doesn't have a job. He just kind of lives in the woods.
They were probably inspired by Mr. Bircham.
I think they were. Wow, they're probably gonna give him a gay romance with like, there's like no male characters that are Finn's age.
That's true, isn't there?
Have you ever thought about that?
Shelby.
I don't know how. Do you think Shelby's still alive? I've talked about that on the podcast. Definitely, that's something I worry about a little bit.
I said the wrong character. I meant to say Tiffany. I meant to say Tiffany.
Shelby.
Shelby.
No, it is Tiffany.
Yeah, I can't watch Adventure Time now. I'm always concerned about if Shelby's dead. I just can't get into Fiona and Cake. They have to answer that question.
We need to see Shelby's little grave.
Oh, can I say? I think the hardest I laughed at any of these two episodes was when Simon walks up to a grave, and for a second I go, he's going to like maybe just a grave for Betty, just so he can like mourn her a bit. And the camera reveals that it was a fucking grave for Juice Goose. I
love that.
Shit.
It's like it's so awkward because like, oh yeah, I killed him, huh? And he's like, well, here's an orange. Have a good day, I guess.
That's like so funny. It's also like an interesting scene emotionally because I don't know exactly what we're supposed to make of Simon's perspective because he almost doesn't seem like guilty about it, even though he's the reason Chuskus died. But he is going to his grave and like leaving an offering. I don't know. Do you think he goes there often? I got the impression that he just walks there every now and then because he feels a little bad, but not like too bad.
It's on his way to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I put out a tweet that was kind of mourning the death of the 40 episodes every year Adventure Time format, where we would probably get an episode of Simon teaching at Wiz Arts. Because I'm like, oh, it's all the kids from Wizard City, and I like that episode, the special from Distant Lands. Except that only Peppermint Butler speaks.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the child voice actors they hired like 4 years ago are probably too old, I guess.
Well, it is the same. It's the same Peppermint voice actor.
Okay, that's cool.
For all the voice actors that got changed out.
Yes.
In this season.
And we can talk about that.
Yes.
In a bit. But yeah, I do kind of think that if this was like
Tails.
Sorry about Tails. Sure. If this was like a mini series where it was like 11 minute segments, and I don't know if this would be like plot relevant, but I don't know. I just kind of miss if you don't like this episode, you just wait 10 minutes and then the next one's going to start. But yeah, I don't know. I think Warner Brothers can't handle cartoons being produced at the moment, so it's I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, you're getting your 10, 22 minutes every 3 years.
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
Sure.
I do kind of mourn that aspect of the original show too. But I mean, I do also think part of it's also just kind of like, I don't know, like the original show did end, and so there are things about it that are just never gonna be the same,
right?
Which is
not until
bittersweet.
SideQuest comes out.
Oh, you're right. SideQuest. I can't wait when SideQuest gets like a 20 episode drop on Hulu every year. That's gonna be our.
Oh, they're gonna say Schmelzel.
Yes, yeah, and it's gonna be uncomfortably Toon Boom animated digital tweening.
See, I wanted to ask because this was something that you were a little worried about going into this. What do you think about famous actor Ashley Birch, voice of Enid from OKKO? What do you think about her as Huntress Wizard?
That is something I wrote about. So there's a few new voice actors in this show, and we touched on that a little bit. There's a new Prince Gumball voice. There's a new Marshall Lee, and I'm pretty neutral on those casting switches. I think Donald Glover was like really good casting.
Yeah.
So it does suck that things didn't work out this time, but it's something I can get used to. And I think my take on Huntress Wizard's voice, I think it's like fitting. Like it makes sense. It is the kind of thing where the more I hear it, it's kind of like I don't even really think about it. Like it makes sense for that character. But I do think something that is missed about it is I like how Jenny Slate's voice was almost kind of unconventional for this type of character.
Right.
I think Ashley Birch's voice is a little more conventional. Like it's a little more like something you'd expect for like a serious loner warrior type. She's a little more like, I don't know, I don't want to say flatter because she's a good actor. But it's just a little, I don't know, tonally. Think about her previous voice. And even when she was voiced by Maria Bamford in that one line in season 4, I feel like she kind of had this aspect where, I don't know, because Jenny Slate's voice, she's often cast as like kind of like peppy, preppy teenage type characters.
Yes.
That's what she plays in like Bob's Burgers. She plays one of like the main teenagers at Tina's school. She voices the main character in The Great North.
Yeah. We had to go through all the shows from that team. Central Park. We mentioned Central Park.
Oh, you're right. Was she in Central Park? I know she voiced like a dog in Secret Life of Pets. But I don't know. That gave it kind of an interesting I feel like a lot of voices in this show are kind of like they juxtapose an overly, I guess, natural tone, an overly I don't know what you'd say, like something like Matthew Broderick as the spirit of the forest. Like he's playing this kind of mystical entity, but he just kind of sounds like just like some guy,
right?
Really. And I don't know, that's a bit of a shame that we're missing out on that. But I mean, other than that, it's the sort of thing where it's just like it's still like a fitting voice for the character and what they're doing with it. So it's like I don't really think it doesn't get in the way of the show, I guess. Yeah.
We'll have to wait. I'll have to wait to see more, really, to kind of land on it. It is like you said, though. I do agree. I think there is a bit of I do kind of miss that kind of delivery where it's a bit like, hey, hi, yeah, that kind of
yeah.
intonation.
Hey, girl, it's me, Huntress Wizard. What's going on?
A little raggy.
No, but it's funny that
you
like
want something a little raggy.
No, but it's a little funny. You're like a voice coming out like a serious-ish character, I guess, like one who's like powerful and whatever.
It felt very tonally like in sync with Adventure Time. Like I love how like one of her first lines when she threatens Finn, she says like what does she say? Like play the flute or I'm gonna shove this up your nose. That's just such a funny, like kind of crass. I don't know, an inelegant sort of threat. There was sort of an inelegance to it, I think. Maybe that's the term I'm gonna use. There was a contemporary inelegance that is kind of missing.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Nick? What did you write about this?
Oh, what did I think about this?
Wow.
So I think that it. So I didn't do like a full season 1 rewatch of Fiona and Cake. So it's been 2 years since I've watched these episodes, more or less. So when it comes to, or like, years since I've watched an episode with Huntress Wizard. So the new voice actors, all those new voice actors are like, okay, it feels like there's been a little bit of time in between. First of all, I mean, there's been, what am I trying to say? I can get used to these characters, especially because, since it's been so long since I've heard them. And I do feel like Adventure Time's in this point where we are getting content consistently, but it's 2 years in between every new thing since that original finale. So this kind of benefits from, if you haven't, done a recent rewatch, it benefits from just having that amount of time. So, because, there's been a little reset every time they've started a new thing. Like,
right. It feels like.
Yeah. Or Fiona and Cake. Or this new season also feels like kind of a new thing because there's a new intro.
I agree. Like, it's obviously a season 2, but it's not sort of like the last season didn't end in a way where everyone was just waiting for where exactly it was going to leave off or where exactly it was going to pick up. It kind of has an opportunity to be a new thing. Like this isn't just Fiona and Cake continued. Like this is a very definitive, like there is a jump between them.
And I think it's very smart of them to format the season like this because I think, you guys were talking about this with Adam Muto at Comic-Con, kind of treating each season as this might be the last 10 episodes of Fiona and Cake. So I think it's appropriate. We don't know. I don't know if they have a plan for future seasons of this show or if they've already been renewed but haven't announced it. But it is smart to kind of like plan 10 episodes at a time. And if they can subtly weave in plans for future seasons like they did with Finn in season 1, I think that's cool. So I am looking forward to this self-contained 10 episodes of Adventure Time. And if they don't do more seasons of Fiona and Cake and just do the preschool and kids show, I'm going to be a little bummed. And the movie also. But this seems like the thing that's definitively carrying the torch of the current Adventure Time lore. I don't know completely how other projects, if they're going to be reboot-esque, but that's kind of a different conversation. But
SideQuest is definitely going to be like SideQuest is definitely going to be like the comics that are out now.
Yeah,
Which is kind of in a nebulous, like it could exist anywhere.
Yeah,
So can I talk about that for a split second?
Okay.
So there's an issue that just came out. It came out like while I was finishing that comics video of the new Oni Press series, which I touch on at the end. But they're doing crazy lore stuff with the Lich and Golb, and it's cool, but it doesn't make any sense.
Really?
I know how fanficky it is. They like there's a like you're not. Sounds like the fakest thing ever. But
okay, I can't wait to hear this.
Comes back. What if the Lich comes back and he possesses Finn? But instead of saying fall, he says rise at the end.
Wait.
Whoa, wait.
Right.
And then in the next one, the Lich possesses Jake, and it says animation, the rise and fall of animation. Can you put them all together? Right?
Dude, that's such a good idea. Can we copyright
really
that? Can we patent that?
We can patent that.
Do you-
Rise fall animation.
I'm calling Peloton Ward right now and seeing what he thinks.
What are
Mr. Ward, do I have an idea for you?
What are these comics supposed to hypothetically take place, you think, on the timeline? What do you think?
The timeline.
Oh, the older ones were definitely like kind of conscious about like what's going on in the show. Because they would reference like one of the later ones, I think that came out in like 2014 was like, oh, remember when we fixed up Banana Man's truck? And that was like would have been a recent episode when that comic was written. So
yes.
They were like kind of keeping track. But this new one, I cannot tell you, it does not make any sense. Where Finn and Jake don't know that Simon is supposed to be Ice King.
Oh my god!
Showed up. But also Bubblegum and Marceline are dating, and Billy. Don't get me started on the Billy situation. The Billy situation is just like. Just a different situation is insane, guys. The Billy situation.
You gotta tell us about the Billy situation.
So in the new Oni Press Adventure Time comics, Billy is a robot. Billy, there's a princess called Computer Princess, and she's making clones of all of the characters and kind of downloading their memories into there. And so I don't think the original Billy, I don't believe he exists anymore. So there's only this robot clone of Billy. And also the episode, the Lich hasn't happened. So the Lich is still encased in Ember. But Billy's dead, I think. I trust you. I've read these comics. I just like the lore doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I kind of admire how they're kind of picking and choosing whatever they want.
No, this is the universe that exists where Finn is in a coma.
Yes, it is. Honestly, sure.
The way
it's kind of like
the way you're describing it, like it's like there's weird things with like Bubblegum and Marcy in a relationship. I think this is the timeline where they just never broke up and like it just changed everything.
Whoa, dude! So one of them wished in the time room that they never broke up, and then this is the universe that was created.
If Marceline and Bubblegum never broke up, Billy would be a robot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So this comment just came in from at Maury Green High. It says Billy becomes a robot. Does Flambeau get his cell phone? Has BMO ever owned a bear? Okay. Exclusive Nintendo content. There was a panel I got of PB with his cell phone, and I'm like, oh wait a second, they do all of the then they'll never stop the Simpsons things in the Adventure Time comics, because there's the secret agent arc. Finn shapeshifts into a bear, so he's also owned a bear. Does the episode In Your Footsteps, does that count as owned a bear? Okay, so we got the cell phone. Billy does become a robot. And the last issue of Adventure Time by Kaboom Boom Studios is a crazy wedding where something happens. So I think it all comes together. They'll never. So I did plan on writing a parody of the parody from The Simpsons, but then the video ended up being an hour and 24 minutes, so I didn't want to do that.
People love essays that last that long.
I probably said this, but I love how dead on the first 7 minutes of Together Again was about just kind of summating what the Adventure Time brand was just kind of be beyond the show's ending, where it's just kind of like a mishmash of adventures, and there's like some things timeline wise that wouldn't make sense,
Right.
like how like Gumball and Peacemaster show up.
Oh, Gumball
Yeah.
Gumball should show up in the comics.
You should.
And
There should be a Gumball arc. That would
Gumball-
actually be a perfect thing, I think, for those comics tonally, to have like Princess Bubblegum's wacky relatives are back, and I think they should recognize them. They should. It's Gumball and his evil like family members.
I told Steve about this, but there's an issue. I think it's issue 3 or 4, where it is Jake's space dog relatives all come to visit him, and they're disco themed, and they have to have a disco battle with an evil space cat, and it's like referencing that Jake's dad is an alien from one of the final episodes of the original show. But it kind of rules because the art is fantastic. I think I was describing it to Seep as if you took the how to draw Adventure Time style guide that you can find on the internet, like circa season 1 or 2, and like what if you took that and you just that's like how the comic looks, and it looks fantastic. But it's so you said this is like how SideQuest is going to look. It's going to use that as a as a basis. They're gonna add their rigs onto those drawings. Yeah,
SideQuest is gonna rig the style guide drawings. Well, it's not going to be rigged. It's just going to be somewhat cheap Toon Boom animation that uses like slight motion tweening and digital effect that makes people question the animation. That's my bold prediction.
I'm gonna love the way Finn just bounces, and then Jake doing such a bounce.
What are you talking about?
I think the vibe.
Anyway, that's
sorry. I just want to say the vibe I'm getting from these comics is it's like season 1 if they knew what the rest of the show was gonna be like, so they keep referencing things that will happen.
Yes,
later.
if they had a plan. Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's pretty valid. I will say the best comic they published is what is it called? The Bubbling College Special.
I know about that one.
It's like this 56. Yeah, I know. It's blown up on Instagram with my trans friends, which sounds really specific, but it's true. I've seen people that have never like acknowledged Adventure Time on their feed be like, "Oh, this comic is really interesting." Yeah, it's literally just like a long story of what if Princess Bubblegum and Marceline were in college together, and what if they did enemies to lovers. And it's cute. It's like a good summation of what some of the better miniseries stuff for Adventure Time did. And you could tell that the writer artist is like a huge fan because they're like, oh, and I would like to thank Rebecca Sugar and Adam Muto and Hannah Kay and like all
man, the Hannah Kay drop.
Yes, the Hannah Kay drop. I'm like, okay, if you go
That's
beyond,
like you're a real one. You know what you're talking
yes,
about.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the originator of Bubbling Canon. So yeah.
Can we get some Hannah Kay Bubbling art
Yes.
on the
I'll
screen?
post it up.
Because if Natasha Allegri was like kind of like the early pioneer,
the mother, the daughter of the Holy Spirit.
I think Hannah Kay is just kind of like taking it to the freaking moon.
Yeah.
Like I know there's that one where they're like on the ground and like Bubblegum's got a stake to Marceline's heart.
Yes, that's the famous one. That's the famous one.
Yeah, no. Hannah Kay is the one who, like, in the very tail end, in like the last episode of the show, she's the one who boarded the scene where Bubblegum and Marceline kiss. And she was like really insistent. Like, what was her exact note? She said, like, come on. Like,
You was something like that.
Do this. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a very like, we got to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which was the right call, because I remember that was like, that went nuclear when the Bubbling kiss happened.
Nuclear.
I remember where I was.
Yeah.
There were so many people who hadn't watched the show in years and pretended like there wasn't build up to it all.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
man.
That's my favorite kind of internet discourse.
Go
read the Adventure Time Bubbling College special. It's the author who did it is going to take over the Nancy comic strip, which seems very
yeah, I saw
character.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
Caroline
where I've seen
Cash.
this from.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweetness.
Nancy?
The girl.
Yeah, Nancy.
You know the girl. Yeah,
The long-running
Oh.
comic series.
The girl.
I wanted to say
Yeah.
real quick before we get back into Fiona and Cake and refocus. I wanted to say, so we can determine a few things right now. Okay, so multiverses has season 4 Finn. He's got his arm still. He's going schmouz out. But Marceline and Bubblegum are in a relationship canonically based on Marceline's dialogue. So write that down. Multiverses is woke. Okay. The new Adventure Time comic, very season 1. But Marceline and Bubblegum are still in a relationship. It's woke. Side Quest has a lot to live up to. We have to see if Side Quest is woke.
Oh man. No, Side Quest needs to develop. Side Quest needs to do more like Finn crushing on Bubblegum arcs. That was like the heart of the early series, right? We got to bring it back to like Finn's harem era. Finn needs to have like an epic harem.
I'm real time planning this Adventure Time post Adventure Time video where I talk about multiverses in these new comics and all the weird.
Oh yeah.
If there's anything else like that.
There was the Brawlhalla collaboration, right? That's something you can mention.
Is there like dialogue in there? Is there?
I think the commercial had dialogue.
Okay.
So that's like
right?
something.
Yeah,
No.
I'm imagining Nintendo scrolling through like Banana Guard's dialogue and multiverses or research with like bag under his eyes, like.
It's true.
Potassium power.
I will be perfectly honest. The bags under my eyes did get bigger while working on that Adventure Time video because I started editing it. I started editing it a little too late, but it did come out the day Fiona and Cake season 2 started. So I will always be proud of that.
Huge.
Got much to be proud of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and thank you guys for letting me ramble on about this. If you want
Of
to,
course, we are here to hear this stuff. It's like
yes.
catalogs. You're the only person who knows this.
Yeah, that's true.
And
you're like the old wizard with the dusty scriptures.
Yes.
And we will be watching the Nintendo Multiverses video where Nintendo talks about all the awesome Adventure Time multiverses lore, like how apparently Finn and Jake are from right before Alan started, but Finn doesn't have his robot arm for some reason.
I can't.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that. Oh, wait. So this is important. It didn't make it into the video, but I did read the entire Multiverses comic book that they did.
Oh, yes.
With like Collision Detected. First of all, Steven Universe is incredibly out of character.
Yes.
Like
yes.
really?
I've seen it.
Yes,
Multiverses Steven Universe. Poorly written.
Yeah. He sucks. He sucks bad in that. This is what the fans should be complaining about, and not height differences or how gay the space rocks are. No, it was a little frightening. But I was just kind of skimming it to see if the Adventure Time characters are mentioned, and they have to fight Jake robot clones from Brainiac of the DC universe at some point, and
of course.
That's like all the Adventure Time content.
No, it's so
good job.
It's so weird. Finn and Jake are on like all the variant covers. Like you think they're like going to be part of the story. They're not. They're absolutely not.
Did you read this? Did you read this, Ryan?
Yes. When people would post them on Twitter and I would read them. It's so weird. Like Scooby is in it. Like he's like a major player in it. He's not in the game. There's like a cover with like Tweety Bird on it. Tweety Bird's not any. The vibe I kind of got from this comic is it feels more like a Warner Bros crossover rather than multiverses. And they just kind of branded it It's very much DC characters. Like there's a ton of DC characters in it, and then like a couple Warner Bros guys show up. And Steven Universe is in it, and he's so weird. He like drowns at some point.
He drowns.
Rain Dog is there. Thank God.
Guys, save me! I can't swim, guys. Oh. Yeah, Fiona and Cake. I mean, what else? What else is there to say? I mean. Do we have any, I guess, predictions for where it's gonna go? Honestly, I'm so like, I guess I'm so trusting in the Adventure Time process that I don't even really have any specific predictions. I'm just kind of sitting and waiting to see where it goes. I mean, because like we mentioned, it's the first season did take a little bit to sort of show. You know what the main goal of it is going to be,
mm-hmm.
And we kind of haven't gotten that moment where it's like, okay, this is definitely what's going on. It's just kind of been, you know, just setting up what's happening in the world, and then some mysterious stuff starts happening.
Right.
So I don't have too many like, I don't know. They're gotta go to it's still kind of in that spot. Like they're gotta go to different universes, and Huntress Wizard's gonna be there.
Yeah, they have to collect her 5 different body parts.
They gotta collect her seeds. I hope that when they find the seeds, they like glow with her eyes and they say like a quote dialogue. Like
I hope
Coraline.
Cake has a funny line about finding your seed or something. She's always delivering the gut busting laughs.
Oh yeah, can we talk about Cake the cat like scoring this season real quick?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Cake has a body dysmorphia arc going on.
Yeah, that's
she has a cunty form too.
She does have like a lot of her thing here is so Cake's living in this world as a magical cat, and she can talk. She's basically a person, but just happens to look like a cat and has magical powers. So she's got her own apartment, which is interesting. I mean, that's something that's very different from, like, if you compare them to Finn and Jake, like,
right.
I would never imagine them like living, like trying to just live in their own separate places like that.
Like they tried once, and then the kids grew up.
Right. And yeah, the big thing that's sort of centering this arc for Cake is a developing romance between her and the human version of Lord Monochromacorn.
Yes.
Who is a human, a mute human.
Where's the Shrek now we're sexy gif? That's how he is in the show.
Yeah. And yeah, so she has like a clear crush on him, and it seems like he's kind of interested in her.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they're going for an arc. She's like trying really hard to be human. Like she has like a human form that she assumes.
Yes.
Complete with feminine hips and breasts.
Mm-hmm. And the baddie outfit.
She has to pretend that she doesn't like getting pet on the head by Fiona.
Yeah, she's really submissive and breedable in that form.
Okay.
I'll call.
Nick, you can say that. You can't say that here. Only we can.
I guess maybe her arc is going to be learning that like it's okay to embrace interspecies romance, and that there's nothing wrong with being a cat person.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with staying in her being, and she doesn't have to change who she is to be loved. But I think your thing works too.
The interspecies romance. You think that's what it's actually about?
Oh,
yeah, that's what it's really about.
I mean, it is, right? I mean, it's chill,
Someone in chat is saying this. Apparently, on 2 hours ago, like on TikTok, Rebecca Sugar said they boarded and wrote an episode this season.
If that's true, it has to be true. I mean, I'm believing it. I believe you, Brickhead. That would be a crazy return, because that's something that hasn't happened since like Steven Universe started. Right?
No, yeah, they've come back to write songs, and they've voiced a few characters since then.
We're gonna see the return of Finn with the lines under his eyes and the small mouth at the bottom of his face, with puddles of tears coming out.
I think it makes sense that they do this. I don't know. There's more Steven Universe happening. I was like, are they doing anything else right now? But I guess it also makes I guess it makes sense because they're actually very good friends with Adam Muto, just generally speaking. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like, hey, they're doing the movie, so Becca Sugar's back on Adventure Time to some extent.
Yeah.
Like, have we ever seen any like Huntress Wizard Rebecca Sugar like crossover at all? I feel like in my head that's something that is very easy to envision.
I don't think so, because it would have been like a couple years after she left the show.
Right.
Flute spell happens, so probably not in a significant way.
Yeah. So now we're gonna get it. We're gonna get Huntress Wizard with the lines under the eyes and
finally
the low on the face mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm just excited to see where it goes. Like you said, I think kind of similar to season 1. Honestly, like the trailers don't really tell you what's gonna happen. Like I remember at the time talking about Fiona Cake season 1, like the trailer didn't tell you really anything that was gonna happen specifically. And it's kind of the same here. We're kind of along for the ride.
Yeah. If we get to see more characters.
Yeah. So come on, grab your friends.
Yeah, it does seem interesting how, like, the second episode also gave the first hint of how they're going to do the whole multiverse thing. And it does seem interesting based on the trailer and just like where the show is. It seems like there's going to be a lot of time spent in Ooh. Like, I feel like the characters there might not even leave there.
Yeah.
Except for Huntress Wizard and Finn.
I think that's gonna happen probably. Is they'll stay put.
Yeah. And it seems like like there's a whole thing where Huntress Wizards, like, her parts are spread across different universes. So
like Roger in the episode where he explodes and they had to collect all his parts.
Of course. We're gonna get the fabled Rebecca Sugar Graham Falk co-storyboarded episode. That would actually be insane. I love Graham Falk's episodes. I love how he boards things. Love how he writes things. Yeah.
What are some Graham Falk episodes? I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Well, the episode where they can't talk. That was the first one.
Right.
Which was because he made the Untalkative Bunny show. He kind of excelled at. He was kind of the silent episode guy for a while because he also did the sad face episode where Jake's tail is a clown at a circus. Oh, what did the circus do after Jake died? Were they like? Did they miss Blue Nose? They should do
things I'm wondering about while watching Fiona and Cake. Oh, what happened to Shelby? Is the circus okay?
if we got like 11 minutes per year, we would have gotten an episode, just a really sad episode about the bug circus having to like cope with the sudden loss of their clown. I was going to say their star act.
That's not speculation. That would have happened.
Yeah.
Graham Falk did the haircut episode with Fit and Jake. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah. I think he also boarded a lot of the ending montage, the finale too.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
I've always liked his art style. His art style is one that like I can like immediately pinpoint.
Mm-hmm.
There's even scenes in the first season where you can tell. I don't know. He just has a very. It's just he has a very like simple way of drawing the characters, but it's just really fun shapes. I love how he draws mouths very expressively. Yeah.
So I think we're all looking forward to more Fiona. And I think Adventure Time is like, it's still very much is kind of made the same way. I think a lot of cartoons from that time are made, which is getting a bit rarer now. So if they're not gonna,
this 15-year-old franchise still makes cartoons the old-fashioned.
I was gonna say, like, if they're not gonna pick up any shows where they're allowed to make shows like this, I'm glad Adventure Time still gets to kind of be made this way in this hellscape.
Yeah, we can't. Phineas and Ferb has to have 12 writers on staff now. SpongeBob has to. SpongeBob took away my amazing storyboard-driven and replaced it with funny faces. I hate it so much.
Oh. No, yeah, I think the show does continue to champion.
They need to make SpongeBob rigged now. Sorry, God.
Rig Bob.
And now he knows that SpongeBob is real.
Rig Bob
Vector Pants.
Vector Pants. Yes, Rig Bob Vector Pants.
The Mount Rushmore of freaking like long-running cartoons that can be made a specific way. Fiona and Cake, Patrick Star Show. We'll think about third and fourth one later.
Yeah. One thing about
the SpongeBob complaint doesn't work as well because Patrick Show exists and it is my storyboard-driven dream. But you know what I'm saying.
Your tuner
need that back on the Bob. That's what I'm trying to say.
One thing we didn't touch on too much that I like. I like how every iteration of Adventure Time, like since the original show ended, has still tried to continue its legacy of like incorporating different art styles.
Yes.
And this season seems like it has a running motif where the opening scenes of both of these episodes has like a distinct art style way of like introducing like a cold open.
Yeah.
Like the first one had that sort of like the doodly kind of crayon kind of style. And I really like the style of the Huntress Wizard backstory. I think that was directed by Graham Falk. I think I saw that in the credits. Maybe I'm wrong.
I liked how baby.
I'm just taken aback that you say. I'm taken aback by the fact that you say crayon instead of crayon.
Crayon? You say crayon?
Yeah,
I know a kid that said Kayron.
Kayron? Okay, well, we can all agree that that's.
Wait, Kayron's. Wait, isn't Kayron that anime about the girls who start the band?
Ain't that but yeah, I can't wait to see more.
I liked Baby Huntress Wizard. I thought she was cute.
Segments. Yeah. I really like that.
I like that she became green.
She did.
So green.
Matthew Broderick turned her green.
I like that she gave herself a mask.
Right.
We learned why she was green, and it was for an amazing reason.
It was. You're right. It was for an amazing reason.
Kojima tweeted out, "I'm glad you all understand now."
I still.
Kojima tweeted out watching Fiona Cake season 2.
You understand
in the movie theater. I still really love the segment in the first season that was like the silent cartoon.
Yes,
I think that's one of my favorite like style shift segments.
A beautiful Wyatt torture segment.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Need one in season 2. That has to be a tradition.
Another Wyatt. We have to check up on Wyatt. We saw Choose Goose's grave. I think Wyatt's another like pathetic one-off that keeps getting brought back that we need to like check in on. We need to see how low his life thinks. Like this can't be the end.
Right.
It can't. His life cannot have just ended in the silent cartoon universe. We need more.
Two things as we kind of wrap up real quick and get into a few questions at the end here. I want to say first off, if Fiona doesn't act on that they/them pussy that Hunter is offering up, I think someone else will. And second, Josh SK in chat here says something that has stuck with me is Toby Jones in an interview saying that these revivals are basically artist Trojan horsing really weird things behind a recognizable name, and I think that is very true of Adventure Time specifically. Still.
Yeah, because like they announced a Fiona and Cake spinoff, and it was not at all like it's kind of it's not at all like the original Fiona and Cake episodes.
No, yeah,
like it's kind of just takes the iconography of it and runs with it something new. Songwriter called Wyatt a sad soul in the Adventure Time direct. You're right.
on top of like pushing forward these characters. Let them be older and have more adult situations to deal with.
Yeah.
We look forward to the Fiona X expansion episode.
You know, we joke about it a lot. I hope SideQuest gets to do like neat stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
We do know it is being run by someone. I don't remember the exact name, but it was someone who did work on the show.
It's Nate Cash. Yeah, Nate Cash. My only worry is that he also was the showrunner behind Tiny Toons Luniversity, which I don't dislike.
What do you got to say about Tiny Toons Luniversity?
Yeah, I'm just very indifferent towards like the 10 episodes of that I watched. So I hope I don't feel the same way about SideQuest.
I mean,
I want it to add to the universe. Ryan, well, you're the specialist.
Yeah,
what did you think about it?
I was gonna say I watched a few of them for Looney Doodles. I think I felt the same exact way. I felt my eyes glazing over a bit.
Yeah,
but you know, honestly, if they do stuff that Kurt Comic is doing, where they just kind of have like a whatever zone, where it's like they can just kind of do whatever they want, maybe I think that could be fun if they are kind of just honestly doing what the new comic you said was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kojima tweets, watch Adventure Time side quests.
Kojima loves tweeting about Adventure Time.
Yeah, he sure does. He's doing a lot of that today.
I think it'd be really funny if they brought back Wyatt in side quest, and he's like a prominent character, but in a way where like he appears for like a minute, and then he's like torn to shreds.
Torn to shreds.
Yeah, in some sort of like horrific way.
Oh, he's like Mole Man. He's like Hans Mole Man. He just constantly like gets like tortured every episode.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
I think he's a little different though, because he deserves it, right? Mole Man's whole thing is like he's pathetic what he does. He's more like Milhouse's dad, Bart's friend's dad.
Bart's friend's dad, yes.
Where like bad stuff happens to him and you don't really feel too bad for him. Someone saying Nate Cash did really funny mid-bob episodes. Do you know which ones, Nick? Do you have a list of Nate Cash mid-bob episodes?
So the only reason I know about this is because me and my friends, we were talking about what is it, Waiting from season 5.
Is that where they're on the beach playing in the sand on the floor?
No, that's the one where they're waiting for SpongeBob's waiting for the toy to show up.
Yes.
From the series.
Oh,
that's a classic SpongeBob. That's a classic SpongeBob.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure he did.
Honestly,
that's the only reason why.
I'm gonna say something bold. I trust a mid-bob writer with Adventure Time.
Okay.
Because I feel like mid-bob. We say that like it's an academic term. Is that a term accepted by like the reviewer community?
I believe it is. So I have his episodes pulled up. So his debut was Best Day Ever. Okay. So starting strong. Let's see some good ones. Breath of Fresh Squidward. New Digs. These are all like super meh if we're going on the Pie Guy rules.
Wait, hold on. Breath of Fresh Squidward has the me and the bestie Squidward picture, so it's good.
It does have me and the bestie. Yeah,
what was that episode about again?
Squidward gets electrocuted by the fence and becomes SpongeBob's friend.
Why are there so many like Squidward gets mentally damaged?
This is also he didn't work on the Handsome Squidward episode, but that's the same season. He did Gone. Let's see. I'm not really seeing any like mid-bob bangers. These are all pretty mid.
Wow.
Single Cell Anniversary. He did Single Cell Anniversary. People like that one. That one's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my Carol.
Yeah. Man. A lot of The Abrasive Side. That one's pretty good.
Oh, wait, Abrasive SpongeBob for all the Nicktoons fighting games? On the website.
My favorite. That's honestly, those are like the standouts. He did the one where Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob go on the business retreat and they steal the entire hotel. That one's okay. Yeah. Sorry, we're not getting a lot of. This is really putting the mid bob. So, how well do I remember these episodes that I last watched in 2008?
Right. You're gonna have to make the mid-bob videos someday. I think you're like the person I would trust the most.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I was trying to do it for the movie this year because I really want to do a huge season 1 through 3 SpongeBob video. But I've done so much research about the stuff that inspired the show. Like there's a lot of movies and comics and. Just, Hillenberg's given out lists of here's a bunch of things that inspired the show, and I've had to go through them. I just have not gotten around to it. But I do know that the mid-bob episode, the mid-bob video would have to follow it up. Like, I can't just do season 1 through 3 in isolation. Because, I gotta, who else is going to talk about Krabby Road and Krusty Crushers and Sentimental Sponge?
That's true.
Ryan, I love your refusal to overlap any of these like several Mount Rushmore images that have been on the screen this entire time. Like half of them are completely superfluous.
Yeah. I like that you put AJ from AJ's Infinite Summer just because we mentioned Toby Jones. Like I have absolutely no idea why he's on screen.
You mentioned Toby Jones and the visual of AJ from AJ Infinite Summer in a big suit came into my brain.
Yeah. I love that show. It's still crazy that they have AJ say like, "Bring me a child to eat."
I want to see.
Have you? Oh yeah, have you guys seen AJ Goes to the Dog Park? The live action.
I haven't yet. No,
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was connected to that. I don't know why I didn't
Oh
make
yeah,
that in my mind.
I heard
yeah.
about
I
it.
saw it in theaters a couple months ago.
I heard about it in that OKKO video you probably all watched.
Yes,
yeah, I
yes,
saw
the
that.
one that subconsciously influenced the beginning of the conversation. Yes. Also, I just need to bring it up. Brickhead 9111 says, "You better not slander Springer Bob, Nick. Lol. I would never dare of doing such a thing." Me and my friend Mike, we talk about springering out a lot.
What does springering out look like? Please enlighten me.
Springering out is when you bring up exactly one finger up and you're pointing at something, one or two fingers. You pick up a penny with two fingers, or your mouth makes a perfect O shape, and you walk in a really rigid square fashion where you have your arms going up and down like a running man, or you're skipping like he does in the Boating Buddies episode. So yeah, springing
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
What's that inside out? Inside out means springing out's just like a part of life.
That's why I'm saying I would trust a mid-bob artist with Adventure Time, because I feel like there's a lot of humor at Adventure Time that derives from characters making like weird gestures and like moving in strange ways that I feel like you got a lot in mid-bob. Like strange stilted movements.
That's the bread and butter. Just like esoteric jokes.
I love making those kind of jokes.
Let's get a Sam Visayaphone and Suckin boarded SpongeBob episode and see what magic that makes. You know.
We have one or two little questions here from the Discord. I said so. Just
little ones.
The little ones at the end here. So yes, just to repeat what we usually say, if you join our YouTube membership, you can get access to a Discord channel where you can ask a few questions. I sent out requests for Adventure Time themed questions, and we got a few. We got like one or two here.
A couple.
Here's one from a great username, by the way. Yuji Kanda Forever. Favorite early season minor character?
Let's see. I know who Adam Mudos is. It's freaking Choose Goose, apparently.
Red Squirrel.
What is the squirrel that hates Jake?
The squirrel that hates Jake from the.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that
episode.
squirrel.
Yeah.
Was this arc ever completed?
No.
When was the last time he appeared?
Did he appear after the Princess Promenade or whatever? Princess episode?
He was in Gumbaldia. He was a spy for Gumbald.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Oh, that's funny.
Oh wait, can we also mention the spy fly?
Sure. What do you want to say about the spy fly, Rosa?
That's gonna.
What?
I think it's funny what that fly implies, and he just never elaborate on.
Fly implies. Well, that's a late season gag character.
That's true.
That's from Mid-Adventure Time.
So someone mentioned Donnie in chat. I think it's great. Donnie's one of the characters you see dying together again. I think it's beautiful. Donnie and Finn died near the same time.
Yes. Man, I can only think of Shoes Goose, who is just such a funny character. I've fallen in love with him all over again.
It's funny because he really does like disappear for like most of the show, and then like in the show's like post life, somebody on the team realized he was the funniest character ever, and like we had to use him in everything now.
And we're never seeing Flame Princess again.
She's gonna be the next one. Like it's always been like Huntress Wizard. Like, oh, when are they gonna do a Huntress Wizard thing? Now it's like, what are they doing? Fiona Cake season 3 is gonna be Flame Princess season.
Honestly, it just feels like Flame Princess is just like they've done all they want to. Like she just seems like she's just kind of chilling. So there's not really much like story to do with her anymore.
Right. Like she's kind of wrapped up, and she's like kind of a hard character to include in the story because she's like very specific. That's always been my kind of read on it.
Yeah. They should at least like show her like, I don't know, in the background you see like her rap concert with Nectar.
There you go.
Something.
Yeah.
Just like expand on that.
I think people would like to see like what she looks like older or whatever, like Finn, I think.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. Man, I'm trying to think. Oh, the drop ball ghost. Or
Oh
was he a
yeah,
ghost?
he was
The
the
drop ball
ghost, and
guy.
then he came back to life.
See, I feel like you have to shout out Pete the Punk.
Oh, of course.
That I guess that counts. Pete the Punk was mentioned in like season 1. You don't see him till later. Man, I don't know. It's because I feel like there's a lot of them that I think there's some that started out as kind of just one-off gag characters, but then I kind of associate a lot with later moments.
Yeah.
Like I think the psychic tandem war elephant is one that was just kind of like a gag.
Yeah.
But now when I think of him, I kind of think of like his later appearances where they weirdly like have like character moments and like a bit of an arc with him.
I love the bit where like they reveal like he's just been like under like like a pile this whole time or something. Like I just forgot about him.
Yeah. Oh, the business guys, they never show up again, do they?
No, they don't, do they?
Oh yeah, they kind of
They're
just
pretty
froze them
funny.
away and like threw them out.
Yeah. Bring back Science Cat. That was a great. That's another great moment of
Oh, what
Yeah.
about also
one-off characters
Science?
appearing.
Oh, don't forget Science the mouse.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's R.I.P. Sword Shark died of old age.
Both
right?
Science Cat and the Science Mouse. Both of those characters are in the comics in a way.
You think? So? Yeah,
Whoa.
really.
Yeah,
Huh.
I show the Science Cat and Shark on screen in the part of the video.
Oh, I should watch that video again and
We should
Yeah.
all do that.
Keep on the lookout for hidden Easter eggs that you might not have noticed the first time you viewed it.
Mhm.
Easter eggs.
I'm really disappointed that this is an Adventure Time only episode because I really wanted to talk about open world Simpsons game in Fortnite.
You know what, Nintendo?
That I haven't played.
both the other questions here are kind of ones we talked about, which is what do we think is going to happen in side quest, and like who do we want to show up in Fiona and Cake. I think we kind of talked about that.
Yeah,
Nintendo. At the end here, these last few minutes, do you want to talk about your open world Simpsons game real quick?
Your game.
Your game. It's yours here.
Man, I haven't played the Fortnite expansion, but I'm gonna be honest, it is like tempting me to jump on the battle bus, so to speak, and have
You
my
could
first
join us,
Fortnite
Nintendo.
experience. I could, but I first of all, I don't think I have a PC that can run it.
Do you have a Switch? I guess.
I do. I don't know.
We're looking for
I
systems
also-
that can run it, Rosa.
Yeah, that's true. yeah. I'm too busy working on my Has Been Hotel season 2 takedown to work on to play for stupid
Oh my
video
God.
games like that.
Are we gonna have a Nintendo
But I gotta
rant?
say, yeah, the attention to detail with all of the Simpsons references from like throughout the show is crazy. I keep seeing so many on Twitter, and so many of them are not being correctly labeled. I love the bully.
The bully.
The bully laughs at the Homer boss.
The bully laughs at Homer.
I saw one.
Yeah.
There's like a skin that's like Professor Frank getting turned into a banana. And there was like a tweet that was like, "Skin of the scientist as banana as Peely."
The scientist.
I saw one
Yeah,
that was crusty with a C. I like that one.
Uh-huh. I haven't seen a lot of these. You're gonna have to like relay all of them to me. Like what are some that I'm gonna like?
There's a Flanders comes with an outfit, and his outfit is the stupid sexy Flanders outfit, and he can do the emote. He can wiggle his butt.
The nothing at all wiggle?
Yes.
Yes.
You can go.
I've seen their steamed hams in the game.
Yes, you can go to Skinner's house. Skinner's not there, but you can go to his house and get some steamed ham.
Environmental storytelling.
Uh,
Maybe Skinner's out like doing adventures.
you know the big crusty balloon boss from the arcade game.
The arcade game, yeah.
That's in this. That's like you can get like a gun from Krusty that shoots and like it attaches that balloon to people.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Krusty
I'm
gun.
excited for Moe's what is it, like triple gun?
Yes.
Or like 5. Yeah, Moe's insane gun. Apparently that's gonna be added. I would love to see how that just looks in the game. Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of appreciate that open world Simpsons game is like the StarCast joke for me. And this is like the closest we're going to get to it, I think. No,
we got open world Simpsons and Scooby-Doo and Fortnite standing upright.
And Scooby-Doo and Fortnite. Yeah, this is a banner year for the podcast.
We're kind of over. We're over the hill now. Like this is like
what do you gotta
this is like when Rick Sanchez killed Rick Prime, you know?
Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah. Guys, if they announce Clone High season 4 and Gandhi comes back, what are you going to do? Like, what is there to joke about?
You're right. There's not going to be any jokes about like bringing back characters. I mean, oh man,
they should do that.
Maybe that's.
I feel like the Clone High guys should pitch that to Max. Like we'll let us do one more season. We'll bring Gandhi back, and like all the marketing will be like Gandhi being back. Like I think that could win. I think they could bring everyone back in.
Like a Gandhi spinoff where Gandhi's like in college.
The Gandhi special. The Gandhi College AU.
Gandhi.
It'll just be Gandhi by himself.
There's a Mr. Teeny back blink. You can put Mr. Teeny on your back.
Don't do that.
Is Maggie anywhere? Is Maggie spotted?
Yes, she's on the shopping cart as a glider.
Okay. Oh, does she do her epic like fist waving animation?
No,
she's in the shopping cart.
I think the bio for it mentions that horrible baby. That's the fakest Simpsons character, is Maggie's baby rival character.
Industry plant Simpsons character.
That's true, actually.
Unibrow baby.
No, I feel that way. That is an industry plant Simpsons. I can't remember a single episode that character's in.
No,
I can remember one single episode, right?
Yeah, I agree with you that that baby's like in all those Maggie shorts on Disney Plus. But I will say they do first appear in like I think like a season or seven or 8 episode as Bart and Lisa listing off rivals, and we're like, yeah, and that baby with the weird eyebrow that Maggie hates, and that's Gerald's first appearance.
I didn't know how to name.
Right, it was like a joke lampshading the trope, and then he just kind of became that.
It's like if Lester and Eliza became characters in The Simpsons.
It is like that.
There's a thing in Fortnite where you could press a button to thank the battle bus driver, and during this season when you do it, it says thanks Otto instead. So big for Otto heads.
Oh, that's great compensation for Harry Shearer wanting nothing to do.
Yeah, oh wait, I need to talk about this so bad. I made a joke to see like before this happening because like they revealed a short was happening, and I'm like, okay, there's gonna be voice acting. That's cool. And I said to see. Place your bets. I don't know if I said this to you. I think I just might have said this in general. Place your bets if Harry Shearer will show up, because Harry Shearer never shows up for this stuff. I think he kind of hates this show, honestly.
He clocks in and clocks out, and he doesn't do a single thing more than he needs to.
So the alien he voices of Kagan Kodos, that one, like when the short starts, gets his helmet filled with like saliva and like water. So they can't speak the entire time. They just gurgle. And then 10 casts that other alien does all the speaking. And I was laughing really hard. Like, okay, yeah, Harry Shearer refused to show up. Got it.
They could have had Dan do both aliens and I would have not have noticed because it's the same voice.
And that's why we always say Harry Shearer is going to be the first one to go. Like the big...
I believe it.
Simpsons actors.
I believe it, honestly.
He might not even like die. He might just like leave. Keep doing. He'll do like Spinal Tap 3, but he'll be far away from the Simpsons.
He's also, I think, the oldest.
Yeah, I was like surprised.
He's in like his early 80s. Well, you can hear it.
Well, yeah.
But
I made a joke about him being like in his 70s, I think, and I looked it up. It's like he's
like 81.
He's nearly as old as Joe Biden, which is like, whoa. That's like
Joe Biden is the
shocker.
Joe Biden is the oldest man who's ever lived.
I do think one more thing worth mentioning.
I'm 4 years old.
Is that you can get Witch Marge. Marge is a variant to become Witch Marge from Treehouse of Horror. That's
I saw
huge.
the Witch Marge health bar.
That's Zombie Marge.
No, that's right.
No, it's Witch Marge.
One of the we watched like a Fortnite tuber cover like all the stuff they had in the season. They described Witch Marge as zombie vampire Marge.
Zombie vampire.
I think it just and it just says Witch Marge like on screen.
It does.
So I guess Fortnite players are not literate.
Do you think these people watch videos before they make them?
Absolutely
They're just
not.
like going off impulse. They're just like, it's like when you pour soy sauce on like a fish that's been cut in half and it starts wiggling. It's just synapses.
Oh yeah, it's exactly like that.
It is. They're just following like primal instinct. They're not even thinking about it.
Apu is referenced on the map, though. By the way, Apu is referenced on the map. Write that down for like your current Apu status. Later date, if at all.
Apu
Real
watch.
Gems, if you're listening, in the Apu update video, please make a note of the Fortnite collab.
We need to have like an Apu watch corner every week. No,
his skeleton was in the recent Treehouse of Horror. You could see a skeleton.
I saw that. And wasn't that like the very weirdly animated?
Yeah.
Yes. I also picked up on that. Yeah. People were like, the animation in The Simpsons has gone downhill. And no, it was just because they outsourced that last segment. Seemingly all of it to another studio.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have such like it's such a thorn in my side. Like when people talk about Simpsons animation, because they always pick out the stuff that looks bad and they don't talk about like the stuff that looks good. Like in that same Treehouse of Horror episode, like I thought the Krusty Late Night with the Devil thing was like really well animated.
No, they did something.
Yeah.
They did something that I think the show needs to do too a bit more, which is they have like Squash and Stretch in it. They don't they refuse to do that now for whatever reason. But in that segment, the characters were squashy.
They can't go off. Yeah, they can't go off model. They can't do Squash and Stretch. I mean, I like how detailed the animation is. I just think they need to be a little more expressive with the characters. You gotta take the SpongeBob people, and they have to work with the Simpsons to find a healthy medium behind my dialogue-driven, gag-driven, expressive cartoons.
We need to all come together. All the factions of like tuning, like the wacky like. The wacky John K. every frame a different drawing animation. Join forces with like the stilted, script driven animation.
Yeah, come on, spum heads. Let's spread these particles.
What are all the factions?
Spumsins now.
The Spumsins? Well, we did get that.
Yeah.
Look like shit.
Oh wait, Ryan, can you keep Witch March in like the corner of the screen? So it looks like that's the health bar for the episode. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah. Scale Plasticity in the live chat says Fortnite should do an Apu comeback event, like how the last Star Wars movie had lore exclusive to Fortnite. I entirely agree. Somehow Apu has returned.
No, they're gonna make my episode idea real. Like Apu is gonna run for mayor in Fortnite, and then when he gets the show, he becomes the mayor in the show.
Yes. And what does he say?
He says, "Hey, it's me, Apu." He says that.
Hey guys, it's me, Apu. I'm the mayor. I'm back here as the mayor. It's me.
Because does anyone care about Mayor Quimby? They can just replace Mayor Quimby. I think people like Apu more than like Mayor Quimby.
I love Mayor Quimby's like hilarious like adultery joke. I think there's still some gold left in that mine.
No, but then he
still some juice in the tank. So still some gas in the tank.
No,
more adultery humor.
Then Mayor Quimby can work at the Quickie Mart.
Mayor Quimby goes to the Quickie Mart.
Yeah. Mayor Quimby should go to the Quickie Mart and he should eat so much food that he's like, oh, I'm so round and pregnant.
You are describing. That's just the mayor from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah,
I guess so.
That's also like a status quo change having Steven Universe with like the old mayor.
Mayor Dewey gets like fat and.
Well, no, he works at a pizza shop.
Oh, Pearl, you have to rub my belly.
So sexy, Pearl.
What's Mayor Dewey been? I haven't seen him in a while.
Mayor Dewey?
Did people?
Yeah, how's Mayor Dewey doing?
Mayor Dewey. What do people think of him? I thought he was funny.
I feel like every Steven Universe character was hated at least a little bit, so people probably hated him.
People hated the show for trying to like have fun with its like side characters.
I think people liked Garnet.
Yeah, I think they did. Run it for multiverses.
That's kind of a controversial statement, Ryan. I don't think I agree.
I'm trying to like who's like the least controversial Steven Universe character? Is it Greg? Greg is never liked Greg, I'm pretty sure.
Greg is awesome. How's Struble? I got my I don't know. My finger stuck, Struble. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like was there a Greg is afraid to go to the doctor episode?
What?
Right.
was there a Greg and Steven go to a submarine and shrink down to go inside Pearl's like intestines to like find something episode?
Was there an episode where they have to take the pumpkin dog to the vet?
I think the pumpkin dog just died. That's what I remember hearing.
Is that true?
It's not in future. It's like dead.
Oh man. Did they make a pumpkin pie out of it? That'd be nasty.
Oh, what if Steven's racist uncle was my awkward Teen Hunger Force himself came in? It's like, hey, let's cook this stupid little pumpkin.
I think we've run out of things to say.
Yes. Nintendo, do you want to promote anything before we end the show tonight?
Anything relevant to today's discussions, perhaps?
Yeah, please go watch my video called I Read Every Adventure Time comic, which is about how I read every Adventure Time comic. It's kind of a hard sell, but if you enjoyed this podcast, I think you might enjoy the video.
It's a good one. I watched it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Nintendo. You know, we knew we wanted to do this Adventure Time episode, and you kind of you were there to swoop in to save the day here, because
yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't looking good when you announced this without a guest attached, because I saw what happened a couple weeks ago when you got Bizavow on, and they had not seen they were not really caught up with Fiona and Cake, so you know, I had to be the hero in this scenario. But I will say, you also invited me to guest on that episode, and I'm glad I didn't, because we wouldn't have gotten the awesome F-slur moment, which was a StarCast classic.
You know, we're about breaking boundaries here, I think. You know, it's like this. Yeah. We're a boundary breaking podcast.
Where we go behind the scenes and expose the DEI agenda.
All right.
Well, okay.
Well, now hold on, Steve. You forgot we're also looking under skirts for $5 on Patreon.
Well, Nintendo, thank you for being on tonight. It's always great having you on.
Thank you for being on too. I sacrificed to be here today.
Yes, thank you, Seep.
Everyone watch my new cartoon. Everyone loves it.
Oh yeah, actually, I haven't done it yet. Because I hate you. So. Yeah, I hate. Well, I just said it's because I hate you. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Wow.
I'm going away.
Yeah, you don't want to. If you don't
appear on the show again.
Yeah, you don't want to watch Steve's cartoon. You could always come on over to Petals and Leaf and read some It Girl. The new chapters are out.
New It Girl chapters. We've all got something to promote. Ryan, what are you doing with your miserable life?
I'm gonna click end.
Anything other than this show?
I'm gonna click end stream because that was really mean. I don't know if I want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fair.